Two guys that hate each other.
Just shut your mouth.
I hate them. Shut up.
Don't be unkind.
Shut up, bitch.
Oh, very nice.
Shut the fuck up.
You're a fine bunch of bullies, aren't you?
I'm Opie. I could give a fuck. I'm Jim Norton, and I'm on the radio. Shut up.
The Opie and Anthony Show. It's all about fun, fun, fun.
I'd love to spit in your face.
I will fucking kill you.
Shut up, stupid.
I'm just a zilch and I know it.
Who cares? We're trying to do a fucking radio. I know what we're trying to do. I'm sitting here across from you. I understand that.
The Opie and Anthony Show.
Despicable asshats.
And these dummies that work for us. You guys stink.
Ben looks like a tall baby.
Always laughing in the wrong places. Ben, where's the coffee?
You rock.
Hopefully he's going through a car wash with his mouth open.
And there's Steve.
Steve is a piece of garbage.
And you stink.
You are cordially invited to a robbery rape.
This is family entertainment. This show is a disaster.
Opie and Anthony Show.
If you have any poo, fling it now.
But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Torture! That's torture! You're a kid toucher! You're a filthy whore!
Stop shooting me, little whore!
Okay, terrific.
That's the smartest thing I've ever heard anyone say about anything.
Go on, leave.
And welcome to the Opie and Anthony program. This is XM Satellite Radio, damn it. Yes, it is. And we're broadcasting. Open for business. That's right, Jim, Kentucky. First call of the day. What do you have?
Hey, guys, did you hear John Gibson, the fear-mongering asshole from Fox News yesterday, talking about the L.A. blackout?
No.
Oh, my God. The power went out in Metro L.A.
Yeah.
He's talking to the fire marshal, the police chief, the fire marshal. He goes, well, they had a letter. Al-Qaeda sent a letter like Monday saying they're going to do something in L.A. and Sydney, Australia. So he's trying to connect that with this. Mm-hmm. And here's these guys saying, John, no, I think someone hit a line and it took the power outage as well. It just seemed like, that was...
Yeah, that's all it was. There was massive power outages in L.A., and it was a little mistake at the old power plant. Yeah, someone cut through a line. Yeah, that's all it was, but the news went all over it saying, hey, terrorism! Yeah.
All right, guys, punching out. You guys are great.
All right. I heard on Fox they said, nothing's been ruled out yet, including terrorism. Like, they love throwing that around and scaring people. And then CNN, had the information really quickly. They just got on and said, some guy cut through a line. This is not terrorism. Don't worry about it. And Fox, again, trying to just keep it going. Keep the fear going.
Let's just keep it going a little longer.
People will tune in if you're scared. It's amazing.
But it was just massive power outages that was caused by a guy that was a little tired, I think.
Oops. How about that? You screw up on your days at work. We're not the only ones that screw up and then get national attention.
Right.
You could just be working for the Power, Water Authority, whatever. And, oops. You do something wrong, go home, and there it is for everyone to see on the news. Oops.
Oops. Well, I guess we got to acknowledge Jim Norton and his birthday.
Well, today is your birthday. We're so glad you came along. Today is your birthday, so we're singing you the song. 1 year older, 1 year bigger.
Wow, you've really grown a lot.
1 year older, 1 year smarter.
There's no telling when you'll stop.
Today is your birthday. We're so glad you came along. Today is your birthday, and we're singing you this song.
Oof.
Make a wish.
Hold on, Jimmy. We'll get to you in a second.
breaking news here. Tim in New Jersey, what's up?
Hey, Owen.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, you got Howard in the meat pocket talking crap about you already.
What are they saying today?
He said how you guys blew your gig and how no sponsors will touch you anymore. How you guys could have been the next big thing. What is he, fucking stupid? You don't realize you guys been on XM for like almost a year.
We are the next big thing. We've been proving it for over a year. Well, close to a year now, I guess.
He's just a fucking babbling idiot.
Could have been the next big thing. On regular radio?
Yeah, he said he could have took over for him, or if you could have been on one of his stations.
We didn't want to take over for him! We do our own fucking thing.
Exactly.
We don't take over for Howard. We do what we do.
It's
fucking pompous asshole.
Funny how he says no sponsors will touch you, but, you know, I find that hard to believe. I guess he just needs to listen more during the day.
And we will be much bigger because we did get fired from commercial radio.
Absolutely.
Because he did everything he possibly can behind the scenes to make sure we weren't going to get big. And guess what? We still got big. And the phones just exploded.
And we'd have been off of...
Dude, we just had 12 phones ringing. We got a big topic here, and the phones just went... Psh.
Yeah.
I didn't hang up on that guy.
Yeah, they're all calling back. The truth of the matter is, stop. We'd have been fired anyway for something else. I mean, regular radio just changed so much in the time that we were on it that there was no way we could have kept that roll going. We'd have either been fired or had to tame the show down so much that it would have lost a lot of what people listened for, and we'd ended up like a bunch of jocks out there, just castrated, doing marginal material, and look who's doing that. Howard. And what's he doing? He's leaving the medium. Why would we want to stay on the medium that he is leaving for the same reasons? You know, it's ridiculous. No, we wouldn't have been the next big thing on regular radio. We'd have self-destructed on that medium, or we'd have left.
And we were quite big.
Because our hands were tied.
We were quite big in our own right on commercial radio.
Yeah.
And our contract would have ended about a year ago, and most likely we would have jumped to satellite radio no matter what.
You know what he's saying, Opie? He's saying that we would have been entitled to some of the antelope carcass out on the plains of the Serengeti. He's been nibbling on it, and now that he's leaving, he is looking at us and thinking, they would have been able to take a little snack off of this thing. It's his pompous mindset.
By the way, Eric Logan's calling in, hopefully very soon, and he is guaranteeing us that we will have a bigger audience on satellite radio than Howard Stern. He's guaranteeing it.
Absolutely will.
Because XM is in a much better position as a company. They just made a huge announcement yesterday. The boys at Sirius are crying their eyes out today. They got fucked hard yesterday. Yesterday they got fucked hard.
Yeah.
If you're not a hockey fan, to you it's like whatever. But we basically took we did. We took hockey away from Sirius satellite radio. And you combine that with Canada, giving XM and Sirius licenses to have satellite radio in Canada. Yeah. That's a big win for XM to have, to be heard in Canada and be the exclusive home of hockey.
Have hockey up there in Canada. They love their hockey.
About the sponsors. Is one reason, like, maybe people, he's talking about sponsors and you guys can't get sponsors because going on Sirius, he has to have commercials, so he has to justify, this is why I have commercials. Well, those guys would, but they can't.
Yeah.
You got to pay a big salary there, so you got to have a lot of commercials.
You know what? Anthony and I and Jimmy, we make a good living doing this. We make a really good living doing this. Howard is going to make a boatload of money. We all know that. A hell of a lot more than us. But they have to justify it as a company. Exactly, Jimmy. You make a great point. So they have to sell commercials.
No, he doesn't.
And that, huh?
I said no, he doesn't.
Jimmy doesn't make a good point?
No.
Why?
I do.
I just don't want to give it to him.
But I do.
And so they gotta justify it, and so they gotta sell a shitload of commercials to pay his salary, and quite frankly, satellite radio listeners aren't going to be happy when they start sitting through 15, 20 minutes of commercials on satellite radio.
Absolutely. When we first started here in the satellite biz, Opie, and I like to call it the satellite biz, I was a little worried about the fact that we didn't have all these commercials to take the break. I was a little worried that perhaps we weren't going to be able to fill the show up with just us talking and doing things. It was a little nerve-wracking at first, you know? But now, we do the show, we take minimal amounts of breaks, and it's cool. It works out. I think he's mistaking that for the fact that we can't get sponsors. We like putting on a show for 4 hours and giving the people that. First of all, I don't think he's capable of that, to tell you the truth. Get out there and actually do a show without so many very long breaks during his show.
Why do you think he bitches about management every day and other radio shows and the FCC and this and that? Because he's a lazy, lazy broadcaster. He doesn't want to do a radio show anymore.
You can't make that much money and have been in the business for that long and had that type of success that he's had for that long and not get a little lazy. You know? You kind of look at the check, you look at what you got to do, it's just a matter of showing up. You know, that's pretty much it.
Someone keep track of what he does today, and you'll see. He'll bitch about this person, he'll bitch about this radio show, the government's after me, blah, 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 they might find me again, blah, blah, blah. And then you get to the end of a show, and you realize as a fan, wait a minute, my favorite radio host did absolutely nothing today.
What happened?
Absolutely nothing. It's lazy. Absolute laziness.
Yeah, well, there you go. Keep talking.
He's a little frustrated because we are the pioneers of satellite radio. He wasn't first. And XM is a much better company. But he did decide not to come here because we were here. What a pussy. A little baby. We have the better technology. We have the better programming.
Mm-hmm.
And we will have a bigger audience when he goes to satellite radio. It's a fact. It's an absolute fact.
That's just the numbers that are there. That's it. There's no denying that. You can't spin that.
Stewart.
Oh, all right. Now you got us. That's true.
Yeah.
Martha.
Wait till you see what we do next.
I'm just going to listen to Martha Stewart.
Yuck.
Let's say hi to Jason in Delaware.
I don't get it.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Jason.
Happy birthday, Jimmy. Freeman the show.
Thanks.
What do you guys think about Howard hiring all his enemies?
All his enemies? No, we heard you.
Oh, cool.
Just showing that, you know, he's full of shit. He's a hypocrite. All these guys that he bitched and complained about, he's now going to hire.
Yeah.
What is that about? And by the way, XM did pass on Bubba a long time ago, so that's no big win for Sirius.
Now, it's in his best interest to promote these guys, to get on a daily basis with promos and recordings, and promote these guys that he's hiring. These are the same guys that you could pull tape on and hear him ripping them for being rip-offs, unfunny, untalented. So what's the truth? Is the truth that these people do suck, and he identified that and talked about it, but now it's in his best interest financially to tell his listeners, to lie again to his listeners and tell them that these people are funny and entertaining and worth a listen, worth paying for? Or was he lying about them sucking and being rip-offs, and they are good? You know, either way, it's not very good for Howie. It doesn't make him look very good.
No, not at all. But he gets a big payday, so congratulations for that.
Who wouldn't want that, right? The big house in the Hamptons. The Howie copter taking you there from Manhattan every day. To the Howie copter, Robin. It's landing. I had to get the rotors extended, so it's got to come off another 9 feet because it would chop my lanky head off.
I wonder what that hole had to say about this whole thing.
Oh,
today.
my.
Oh, you're so right.
Oh, Howard. Well, yes, they did. Shut up.
Shut up, you hole.
Hot Pocket. Shut up.
Shut up. All these years, you weren't even able to do your own show. That's pretty sad. Absolutely sad. And if Howard wants material today, why doesn't he just talk about what happened in that emergency room that day?
Oh.
Why don't you tell your listeners what happened on that fine day, the night before you signed the huge contract to stay with Infinity Broadcasting? Remember, you had Mel on the show the next morning.
Yeah.
And everyone was happy. I think you guys were pouring champagne because you re-signed and signed another 5-year deal. But what happened the night before, Howard, if you want to be real and honest with your listeners and you're looking for material today?
I think there was just a huge hypocrisy on that night. Because how many years has he bashed people for being bad parents? You know? Anytime some kid gets in the news, a celebrity's kid, and he would just bash them as being a bad parent and try to come across as the great father. And then one of his kids had a little trouble.
That's all we're saying.
That's all we're saying. And, oh boy, it sure made him look like a bad dad. Maybe that whole divorce thing was weighing on the children, and maybe you weren't there enough to take care of them. And maybe they were looking for alternatives.
Looks like you called in some favors now, huh?
Yeah.
You called in some favors. You asked your buddy at Page 6 to help you out, huh?
Help you out. Maybe not splash this across the
maybe keep
pages.
some pictures out of the paper that day, huh?
It's just another example of the hypocrisy.
We know something happened at the Jingle Ball. We don't know for sure.
Huh? What?
Whether it was alcohol or drugs, we don't know. We know it was something, though. Howie knows it's something. Why don't you talk about that today, Howard? There's some material. We'll give you material today.
And go.
Go ahead. Have fun with that. If you guys want to drive him nuts, call his show right now and go, Howard, so what happened in the emergency room that day after the Jingle Ball a few years back? Something to do with a daughter?
Robin.
We could play with the best of them, Howie. You know that, you faggot.
Someone's suggesting Howie take the Howie-copter down to New Orleans and pick up a new sidekick. Put her in the basket, Robin. The sidekick goes in the basket.
Anyway, it's a very exciting day here at XM Satellite Radio for a couple reasons.
Put the fucking Schwoogie in the basket.
Eric Logan should be calling in soon to talk about the Canadian deal and the hockey deal.
Opie, we're trying to be honest. Everyone knows that's not the real Eric Logan.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
It's a fake one.
Another fucking loser that does commercial radio. It's easy. You just go on the air and lie about anything. So, where is he, Lo? He'll be calling soon? And, of course, it's Jimmy's... It's a weird day because it's Jimmy's last day for a while.
Yeah.
But not really, because you'll be calling every day. Or as much as you can.
Yeah, this is my last day until... Actually, this is the longest I'm gone. This first hunk is the longest time I'm actually gone, which is 3 weeks.
Oh, 3 weeks without little Jimmy Norton.
I miss you.
But then I'm back for a week. I'll miss you. And then I'm gone for 2, and then back for 1, then gone for 2, then back for 1.
What is your schedule out there as far as your day?
I don't know. I don't even know what episodes I'm in. I know that I think it's like a 10 o'clock call time, L.A. time. And usually we do... If you do a table read, you probably have an early day, which is like Monday or Tuesday. And then, Wednesday, Thursday, you rehearse.
I'm just guessing we probably won't get many phone calls from little sleeping Jimmy Norton.
I'll wake up and call. It just depends on what... Like, the days I probably won't be able to call will be Thursday, Fridays. So we shoot for 2 days because there's no commercials.
You shoot for 2 days.
Well, instead of like 1 day,
that's where they put the camera and take up the moving pictures.
All 4 of them, yeah. All 4 of those little cameras, those little rascals.
4 cameras shoot.
Yeah, but they do 2 live audience shoots because of they have an extra 7 minutes to fill because there's no commercials.
At the end of the shoot, when the audience is there, do you all come out, hold hands, and bow?
We don't hold hands, but they do introduce us.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And you look up and wave to the people in the high seats?
Yeah.
And you give them a thumbs up and wave, and then turn around and run off?
Yeah. Do a big theatrical bow.
Right.
Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Thank you. They bow, I apologize.
Yeah,
how exciting.
Jimmy's off to Hollywood.
Yeah.
I just don't know how many episodes I'm in, so there's going to be weeks where I think I'm going to be gone or I'm actually going to be back. So.
And then you'll be calling the show. Because this is perfect for you. I mean, it's like 4:30 in L.A. right now.
Right.
You're still up. Who are you kidding? You're going to start going to bed early?
I went to bed at 2:30 last night.
Oh,
Jesus.
After receiving a massage from a girl from Trinidad, I swear to God, she looked like Mabel King if she was skinnier and had legs. It was disgusting. $100, no happy ending.
No. I see.
Wait, they came to your place?
Yeah.
You paid $100 and no happy ending?
No happy. The happy ending was she said goodnight.
Oh.
She left. She was ghastly.
Oh.
Jeez. That was my night.
Doesn't pan out. You got all your girls lined up for L.A.?
Nothing.
Nah, you'll do fine, Jimmy.
Yeah. I think so.
You'll do fine.
I want to be good out there. You got to work, man.
Good news, though. We're going to hire a hole temporarily to sit in your seat.
Some slit.
Some slit will just be there just babbling.
Guys.
Wrecking the flow of the Opie and Anthony program. we figure if you're not here, we'll just all suffer.
Yeah, listeners included.
Where's that audio of a hole on a radio show? Where's Eric? He knows where that one is.
Where's Eric? I see Jimmy as a breakaway character. You know that? You know, a little character on a little sitcom many years ago was just supposed to show up for a few episodes. That character, Arthur Fonzarelli, my friend.
Good point. That's right, Anthony.
The Fonz.
That's right.
Also, George Jefferson.
Yes, right?
Maude.
All of a sudden, they're on All in the Family. People look and go, wow, that's a great character. And where do they go? Their own show. Moving on up, Jimmy. Moving on up.
I'm going to be a little bit player, which hopefully is a good show. I've got good feedback about the pilot, so hopefully it'll go well.
When you get your spin-off, the Jimmy Norton Show, I want to be able to have a little guesting as a DJ when you go on a radio show. We'll be a DJ. Something like that.
Then you find out I'm a prick to work for. I'm starting screaming, don't you know what your motivation is?
Right. You'd be a real scumbag.
Give you guys like a shitty little trailer.
I'll try to do the Jimmy Norton acting school. I'll be, well, we're here on the air.
Well, we've decorated the studio for Jim Norton's kind of going away party / happy birthday party.
Let's just say it's a birthday bash. Everyone's in a festive birthday mood. We have hats
everywhere.
We all got laughing hats.
We all got laughing hats. Birthday fucking laughing hats. Jesus.
All the guys have one.
There's streamers, the colorful streamers behind Jimmy.
It's a true birthday bash.
And on your little mic stand.
And at this time, here comes the special birthday cake.
Ooh. Oh, look, a big cake.
For little Jimmy Norton.
What the hell? Oh, my God, what kind of cake is that?
This cake is disturbing. Wait, Eric, get a really good picture of that cake, because we got to get that online.
Is that a tranny cake?
It's a tranny cake.
I'm laughing because it has 4 candles.
Holy shit, it's a cake with big, huge boobs, probably like full D boobs.
Yeah.
And then a big freaking schlong
with little chocolate jimmies around it.
Little cubes.
It says "Happy Birthday, Big Dick Daddy," right?
Oh,
Jesus. That is fantastic.
Are you gonna get pictures,
Jesus.
Eric?
Yep.
I would get one from the other side too. You know. Get one from the.
I gotta take one of these. This is fantastic.
Oh yeah, it's great. Who's eating the cock?
Well.
Like you have to ask.
I want the letter H. I want the... Ugh.
Oh.
Who the hell's going to eat that, seriously?
What is it made of?
Well, I don't know. Dig in.
Why don't you dig in there, Jimmy?
I don't know if it's edible.
It certainly is.
Oh, well, stop it. It's a cock.
Jesus. Jimmy's...
He just bit the head off the cock.
You got the video.
Oh my God. That's deeply disturbing.
The cake should have come in a robe.
What does it taste like, Jimmy?
Good chocolate.
Is it?
No.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Well, there you go. If you want to...
The boobs look like bad tranny implant boobs. The nipples are all pointing the wrong way.
That is a disturbing
horrible
cake.
Genius idea. Tranny cake.
All right. Well, there you have it. It's
fantastic.
It's little Jimmy Norton's going away party.
You think the cake's good that way? Flip it over.
Ooh, I like a piece of cake.
Yeah, I will not be having any of that cake.
Ooh, it looks good.
Any self-respecting bakery wouldn't bake a cake like that.
Not a self-respecting bakery in the East Village.
No, of course not.
It's Fudgy the Tranny.
Yeah.
That's great.
Get a Carvel tranny cake.
There you go, Jimmy. Start cutting up the cake for everybody. Let's go to the phones real fast. DJ in New Jersey. DJ.
Hey, hey.
Hey, man.
Happy birthday, Tapioca Tits.
Thanks, fella.
I think instead of having the Army call, Howard, you should have a little Jimmy call and say, I heard something about a daughter. You had a daughter. I don't know, your daughter did something with your daughter. I don't know. I think that'd be good. Punching out.
All right, bro. Let's say hi to Joe in Jersey. A lot of Jersey calls today. Joe.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, Joe.
I was just listening to the idiot for a second, and he had some guy on promoting a website.
Yeah.
And his exact words were, "This is like an army of men we have." And Rodman's like, "Yeah, how it is an army. We have an army." So he's using you guys' terms again. I guess he's ripping you guys off. Tell him, Jimmy.
Well, the Army concept in radio is not a new one. But I'll tell you what's new in radio, because we always improve on what's been out there. We've done that our whole careers. We have what's called pests.
Yeah.
And they're much, 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 much more annoying than anyone's army.
Anyone's army, in the old sense of the word in radio, is somebody who has their bumper sticker on their bumper.
Right.
They would consider them their army.
Right.
That's not really an army. An army is a collection of annoying pests that will just destroy anything that interferes with this program in any way. That's an army. They can be deployed for missions, and not just some schlep that's putting a bumper sticker on their bumper.
See, our pests are well organized. You know, other radio stations, they have an army. It's cute. Hey, getting the army together for a happy hour.
They're a name on a mailing list.
Yeah,
that's pretty much it.
Beers are going to be $1.02.
Yeah.
Ugh. You should see what our pests do. You should see. Little project for the pests today. Just keep calling K-Rock in New York City and asking the screener, because Howard's too much of a pussy. He won't put any of you on the air. He's chicken shit when it comes right down to it, and he's on a very long delay. But get to the screener, because then the screener will have to, convey to boy Gary, who will lick Howie's ass and tell him what's going on.
Yeah,
so everyone should just call K-Rock and ask if Howard's going to talk about what happened to his daughter the night after the Jingle Ball. He wants to play, we play again today. No problem. We know this drives him absolutely nuts.
Oh, God. Jeremiah from Greenpoint brings up a good point. Does this mean you guys are going to have to sign hockey pucks at the next appearance?
Those are easy, though, because they're flat.
Flat on the top?
That's easy.
Yeah.
A baseball, it's like, I don't know if you know this, it's kind of curved.
Do we really want to hand out hockey pucks to the listeners, though? I see those coming back.
Well, with the brilliant marketing department we have at XM, look, we know we're at the better company, but, we also know that we need to make some improvements as well. I'm sure they're working on the XM hockey pucks as we speak.
Jimmy's cutting off a heaping helping of scrotum. Where are you? You went for the taint.
I went for the leg.
You went for the leg?
No, there's...
how about a wing?
That's part upper leg and part scrotum. Oh, my. That cake has
good.
to be the most disturbing
Dude,
cake I've
this
ever
cake
seen.
is so good. It's really, yeah.
Little tranny cake.
All right, let's say hi to Ed in Jersey. Ed, what's up?
Yo, I just wanted to wish Sweet Tits a happy birthday there.
Thanks, fella.
Hey, Jimmy, you fucking rock, man.
Thank you, bud.
All right.
Oh, by the way, I tried to call Howard a little while ago.
Yeah.
And his screener was like, "No way are we putting any of you guys on."
I know. That's what he does. He's
a bunch of assholes over there.
He's so fucking brave. We've been calling him out for years, and the pussy just doesn't know how to take it. Let's go to Evil Trucker in Dallas. Evil Trucker, what's up?
Hey, fellas, how's it going, O&A?
Hi.
I wanted to get an update on the attack on that Lex and Larry, or whatever the fuck the name of that show is.
Evil Trucker, you change your name like every week, don't you?
Occasionally, when the mood hits me.
Aren't you also known as Max?
That's right.
Wow.
I tried the three-way on to Lex and Terry. I was going to try to drop a bomb on them, but it fucked up on me, so, oh, well, shit happens.
Lex and Terry got in way over their head, and they backed way the fuck off.
And I was going to call them about my selfish bitch girlfriend Moira, but the damn thing hung up on me, so... He was blind.
Moira.
On hold.
All right.
So,
hey, we gotta cut you off today, Evil Trucker, because on the hotline, it's our buddy, it's our pal, and sometimes he's our boss. It's Eric Logan, everyone.
Hey, Elo.
Elo with the radio voice.
Hi, Elo.
Hey, guys. Jimmy, happy birthday.
Oh, thank you, sir. How are you?
I'm great. I have to be the first to tell you that I'm going to sorely miss you the next 3 weeks.
Oh, thank you. I'll miss you guys, man.
But I must concur that if you don't call at 4:30 West Coast time, you're an absolute wuss.
Yeah, I'll definitely call him.
Yeah,
He'll be calling in a lot. He'll still have his fingers involved in this program.
Elo?
Yes, sir?
Before we start, I have something to discuss with you.
Okay.
Opie's informed me that you two were chatting about my shoelaces.
I was really becoming overly concerned about the shoelace and the street juice that oozes off the eyelid.
We haven't talked about this on the air yet?
No.
I took a phone call from Eric Logan, and he's working on some big things for Anthony and I, but he's like, I was listening to the show yesterday, and Anthony's really starting to scare me with that shoelace thing that he brought up. Do you want to bring that up again?
Of course. I said when I walk through the streets of New York City and if my shoelace becomes untied, I then have to throw my sneakers away.
Right.
Because the gack that is in the shoelace, even if you unlace it and try to put new laces in, the gack will squeegee off the lace and get into the sneaker.
Well, the reason why you said that was because all the gack that's caked onto Opie's rollerblades.
Right, the rollerblades,
right.
The disgusting gacked up rollerblades. Yeah.
I got $5,000 for those rollerblades yesterday as part of that auction. So let's calm down.
And Elo, how long you been in radio?
How long have I been in radio?
Yeah.
A couple weeks, not very long.
Couple of weeks, not very
couple
long.
Weeks. Depends upon who you ask.
Because there have been pretty big exaggerations as to my habits, and I really don't throw my sneakers away. I'm letting the audience know I'm tearing down the walls. I've never thrown away a pair of sneakers because my shoelace became untied. I had people at the appearance.
How many times have you thought about it, though?
I've thought about it.
All right, that's all we know.
I've had people at the appearance at BB King's come up to me and actually pull their hands back and go, "Hey, no shaking, I know, no touching," or go, "Can I take a picture? Don't worry, I won't touch you." And people are petrified that I will freak out if I'm touched or they try to shake my hand or anything.
Well, if you wear a bubble suit on those appearances, it actually does send off a kind of the wrong message.
You think it's the bubble suit? All right, I'll try to lose
that.
that.
Problem.
It forced you to shake a lot of hands on Friday at BB King's,
yeah.
I noticed.
Well, that's good.
It did.
My fears are alleviated.
But if, because it's all fine and well for radio, but the second my boss starts thinking I'm nuts and might reconsider certain things that might make me money or more successful, then I have to lay it on the line. Elo, knock it off.
Okay, it's off.
Well, because then Elo is like, if we do this thing, you guys might have to fly around the country a little bit, and I don't want Anthony backing out of a flight because why?
Well, I can just see Howard Hughes. You're going to walk on a plane, and all of a sudden I'm going to get a phone call. It's like, well, my shoelace, touched the tarmac. I can't go. And I'm like, well, we had this interview set up with Tom Cruise. I guess I'll tell him we have gack on the shoestring.
This was an actual conversation I had with Eric Logan. I forgot to. We forgot to bring this to the air. Yeah.
It's full steam ahead. You will be a superstar, so don't worry.
Hey, Logan, with that fine radio voice of yours, what was your biggest job on air?
Biggest job on air was, I think, middays, Oklahoma City, and then I filled in and did mornings in Seattle for like a week. Then the SVP of programming came in and said I was the worst personality he ever heard in radio, so he took me off.
Did you do any bits?
No, just basically what I'm doing now, which is just be the retarded boss. That's the one I play the best.
Is that it? Would you spin records?
Oh, yeah. No, it was hillbilly records, country music, the whole thing.
Yeah, but you must have had some kind of feature, no?
No. I was just, walking it up, as we like to say, kissing the post.
Kissing the post.
Just like Bruce, only can be as good as Bruce Kelly. That's what we tried to be.
We just got distracted because
they're tasing some guy on TV.
A big fat guy that was in a Love Bug.
He was in a Baja Bug.
That was a Baja?
Yeah, and they blew his tires out, and then he got out of the vehicle, and they tased him.
That's
a good
tasing. You realize in this business really early, like, you guys are great at on the air. I sucked, so I better do something else if I want to stay on radio. So.
Hey, Elo, will we have a bigger audience than Howard Stern?
Without question.
Thank you.
I'll absolutely guarantee it.
Thank you.
Without question.
Without question.
And you want to get into this hockey / XM Canada thing?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, I think that, you guys briefly touched on it this morning, but yesterday we announced a very long-term deal with the National Hockey League, which will be a huge thing for us. As you guys know, hockey is coming back this year. There's a terrific resurgence in the game. There is a lot of excitement around the game. There's been a lot of rule changes in the game, which you guys have probably talked about already. But more importantly, there was an opportunity through the agreement that the NHL had with the Dog, and we were able to, cut a deal that provided us the games this year, so we will carry the hockey games this year with Sirius, and then the final 8 years of our 10-year deal, it will flip to an exclusive arrangement where we'll have the games exclusively.
That's kind of nice considering we're going to be in Canada, huh?
Yeah, and if you think about it, if you say, what is the most important sport to the Canadian subscribers or potential subscribers in Canada?
I got the answer.
Jimmy, do you have any guesses?
Oh, have a guess first. I'll guess second.
Okay, go ahead.
I think it's the one where they throw that thing and then they sweep really hard.
Oh.
Curling?
Curling. That's my guess.
Now, Opie, I'm sorry to say, I think I heard a rumor that Sirius is picking up curling.
Curling, that's where they're going.
Because they lost the hockey. Curling.
They're going to give away this broom so they can sweep, on the little track.
All right, we all know it's hockey, but
Absolutely.
Here's the question. What is the number 2 sport in Canada?
Tax paying.
It can't be their dumb football, is it?
No, I think it's CFL, actually.
You think it really is? The
Yeah,
Canadian
it's the
Football League?
CFL with the Grey Cup.
Ugh.
Yeah, but I mean, but again, it's such a distant second. I mean, the CFL is fine and all, but hockey, the ratings that hockey pulls when they're on television and radio in Toronto and Montreal and Calgary are phenomenal. It's like a Super Bowl every night. It's like 20-25 shares. Everybody watches hockey in Canada. It's just a way of life. And
that was a definite Eric Logan quote.
That's right.
Everybody watches hockey in Canada.
Yeah. Take that to the bank. And if you don't, people are going, why didn't you watch?
Yeah, right on.
No, but I think it's a huge deal. And, if you think about, what is the must-have piece of content going into a new country, specifically like Canada, and without question, it's hockey. I mean, it's the Canadian pastime. Baseball, for us, was a must-have in America, the American pastime. So, I mean, we feel great about it. And one of the things that, we told the NHL, which is going to be great, is we're building a 24/7 NHL channel, much like our MLB Home Plate channel, that will be year-round talk about hockey and call-in shows. And the MLB Home Plate channel has been a huge success. So we're basically looking at what we did there and going to replicate the same sort of strategy with the NHL. And they absolutely love the idea, and it's going to be terrific.
Looking to get some stars involved?
Absolutely. Lots of stars. I know you guys have got some pretty big interviews today. So.
We got Mike Milbury from the Islanders, and what's his name down there in Washington? Jeff Halpern? Yeah, I don't know him too well, actually.
He's the starting center for the Washington Capitals.
See, I don't follow the Capitals. I'm an Islander fan.
Well, there you go. Well, you're gonna have a heavyweight on.
You might as well try to sign Messier immediately.
Yeah, well,
he announced his retirement yesterday.
Yeah, he's that's a huge thing. So
when does the whole platform start in Canada?
Well, we haven't announced the launch date in Canada. We just got the license last week approved. But we will be carrying hockey when the puck drops on October 5th. So
how long does it take to get XM in Canada now?
Well, I mean, once we go live, we'll immediately start selling radios vis-a-vis a lot of different outlets, and then we're working with, obviously, the automotive manufacturers and those deals as well. So we'll be having a huge rollout and a launch date and everything, coming soon.
Listen to this corporate answer. Yeah. That doesn't answer the question.
Yes, it does. It tells you it's coming soon.
And did you see the little doggy company stock just kind of fell at the end of the day yesterday?
Yeah, had a little problem yesterday.
No. Oh, Elo.
It was doing good right up until the announcement.
Oh, who knew?
Elo fucked them hard yesterday.
Who knew?
How sad do you think they were over there yesterday?
This one, I mean, I don't know. I can't tell you how they feel, but I can tell you that this probably was unexpected. When you read all the press that that both companies had about going into Canada, hockey was a critical piece of the.
Yes, I saw that on the releases.
Yeah, and so that's why we became incredibly aggressive and just felt that it was a must-have piece of content for us, and so we really stepped up to the plate and wanted to go get it. And you got to credit Hugh Panaro, and you got to credit our Canadian partners, CSR, John Bithoff, and Steve Tapp, those guys that really stepped up and
like the Oscars. It's like the Oscars. He's thanking people.
Absolutely.
I love that. By the way, Chubsy Ubsy from Jersey, number 2 sport in Canada, lacrosse.
Lacrosse, there you go.
How about that?
Yeah, we're working on that as well. We're going to have a lacrosse channel next.
Lacrosse channel.
Lacrosse, a sport that never took off, unfortunately. I love lacrosse.
No, but huge here in the Eastern Seaboard, as you guys know.
Yes.
You know how great it is? I can go up there and do gigs now for a third of the money I'd make here.
Right, for Canadian.
Yikes. We can give you 50 American, eh?
Oh, by the way, the pictures are up. If you want to check out Jimmy's birthday cake.
Ooh.
A tranny birthday cake.
This a transsexual birthday cake?
Yeah, it's hot. It's deeply disturbing. The pictures are now up on opieandanthony.com.
Oh, boy.
FoundryMusic.com. I'm looking at the picture. It says, Happy Birthday, Big Dick Daddy. What you're looking at is a birthday cake, believe it or not.
My God.
It kind of looks like a blow-up doll or something.
Yep. The midsection.
Oh, and there's Jimmy taking a bite of his birthday cake.
Jesus Christ.
This birthday celebration has all the features.
Wow. That is disturbing as all hell.
That is so wrong.
All right, Elo. Anything else you want to announce today?
No, I have plenty more in my hip pocket, but all in due time.
You guys blue sky and a lot of stuff?
Oh, we whiteboard around here.
Whiteboarding it?
Whiteboarding is what we call it.
What the hell is whiteboarding?
I don't know.
You know those giant rooms?
Does he hate that?
Well, if you remember last time he got us.
Yep.
He didn't fall for it, so we had to get him today. And he was prepared. He was, trying to figure out when it was going to happen.
When he should do it, right.
He couldn't stop himself, though, when it came to corporate talk.
Right.
He just can't help it.
Whiteboarding.
I guess we're going to have to leave you all hanging on what whiteboarding is.
And I hear Sirius also picking up duck pin bowling over there in Canada. Trying to compensate for losing hockey.
How do you lose hockey when you're going into Canada? What assholes.
It's like really the only reason you want to go into Canada is to broadcast hockey.
As far as satellite radio goes, this is a huge deal today. And they're celebrating big time in Washington, and they're not happy over at the little doggy company.
9.
I'm not a hockey fan, but it's baseball in Canada.
Yeah.
I just felt like it was profound.
Yeah.
Well, I was just about to yes. Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's Jimmy's birthday today.
Yeah.
When we get back.
Marilyn Monroe was a size 14.
Well, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, you hoe!
Now, hold on.
She's commenting
You're
on the
gonna
cake,
get us all in
Opie.
trouble.
No,
we're not.
It's a
You shut
tranny
the fuck
cake.
up.
It's a tranny cake. You see the boobs on it?
Well, you get your mind out of the gutter.
But they're boobs on the
No,
tranny
that's not
cake.
right.
And then look at the cock, for Christ's sake.
Oh, that's a huge one. Jimmy bit the tip off of it, too.
You guys have to stop.
I know. And there's pictures of it on online now. Pictures of Jimmy biting a cock.
Yeah. And you could go to opieandanthony.com to check those pictures out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
so.
really, really funny.
Boys.
Well, whatever, you hole.
Oh, please. Women only do that in porno movies.
No. Sometimes it happens in real life.
You're right.
Well, it's about time you say we're right, you fucking hole.
Oh, that laugh.
It's all
Shut up.
fun and games to you, isn't it?
Oh, wait. No,
This is
come
Jimmy's
on.
replacement, by the way.
That's too
This is what you're
mean.
going to have to deal with for 3.5 years.
How do you cash your check?
Guys,
Oh.
I can't take this. I gotta say, you gotta stop.
Well, why don't you say something that we could really get into here?
A comment
I have
on
a good
it.
sense of humor and all, but I just don't think it's funny to make fun of the mentally challenged.
We're not.
Oh,
We're making
should've
fun of
done
you.
that.
What's funny about
you
flatulence anyway?
Oh, the farts when Jimmy farts into the mic.
Come on.
Well, after the break, we're doing the fart game.
Oh, good.
In honor of
I swear,
Jimmy's
you
last
guys
day
have
for a while.
such one-track mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you may think it's funny, but I just have to draw the line. I mean, some things should just not be talked about and aren't funny.
Right.
You're gonna
Like
hurt
your smelly
somebody's feelings,
twat?
and I don't think that's the
God.
right thing to do. Stop it. No.
Okay.
It's not funny.
All right, on the show today, Maury Povich in studio at 8:30.
Oh, I'll tell you what the problem with those magazines is. Real women do not look like that.
What are you talking about? We're talking about Maury Povich.
If I had a trainer and I had somebody doing my hair and makeup all day, I would look like a supermodel too. You know?
But we're talking about Maury Povich. He's coming
Come
in
on,
today.
Stop drooling.
Over Maury?
You're wrecking
if I was
our
a man,
show
I would choose
again,
Hillary Clinton
you
over Pamela
hole.
Anderson
You're
any
ruining
day.
everything.
I think a real man likes a strong, powerful, intelligent woman.
Shut up.
Wait.
Hate this.
How do you know God was a man?
That old
Yeah,
gag.
right.
Whatever.
Oh, please.
Whatever. All right, we're going to take a break,
course.
Anthony.
Good.
Well, they didn't know that.
Jimmy's celebration
I knew it.
continues. His last day for a while before he flies out to L.A. Ben?
There's more to come, too. We haven't finished the...
More surprises?
More surprises for Jimmy today.
Ben,
I like surprises.
I swear,
How
you're all
festive.
just like little boys.
I like surprises.
When are you just going to grow up already? Yeah, well, if that were me, I would just have to pull a Lorena Bobbitt.
Well,
Cut your cock off.
well, Jimmy did that to the cake already, so.
Oh.
Dude, whoever did that is hilarious.
Yeah, it's perfect. It is the perfect sidekick hole.
That's right. That every one market sensation has. The hole that wrecks everything. All right. Want to play the fart game when we get back?
Of course.
Like sands through the hourglass, so is the Oiday virus.
I've been so annoyed as a Yankee fan. I used to love John Sterling. I thought he did some interesting color calls.
Hurry.
But he became a caricature of himself and began to annoy me so much. I used to love the guy. I think he actually calls a really good game. A lot of people disagree. I think he's very good. But when he does the home run calls, he gets so wrapped up in his own shtick.
Yeah.
Like
it's not about you, douchebag.
It is high, it is far, it is gone. At times, if you don't know where the ball's going, that makes sense. But when it becomes, it is high, it is far, right, is it gone?
The sportscasters now want to be the stars,
Yes.
That's what it's all about.
We get it. He could go. Oh, I understand the way, shithead. We could go. Oh, could he?
Could he? He has a 20-yard lead on the guy chasing him. I think he's going to make it.
He's got Christopher Reeve blown into a straw behind him.
Right, trying to move his wheelchair to catch him. I think he's going to score. That's so good.
It sort of takes away from those special moments.
And it's like, I've just seen the tape. He goes, fucko. Who made the fucko listen, Chris Berman? That is hard. That is far. And when guys hit home runs, this is the worst. Like, if you guys were both up and you hit home runs, which you do in my eyes every day, of course.
Thanks, Jimmy.
He would say they hit home runs, a back to back and a belly to belly. Dude. Dude, back to back and a belly to belly.
He goes, and a
belly to belly. Back to back. And Andy Hawkins has been knocked out of the game. Holy shit. And a belly to belly. Ugh. Too bad Ben didn't hit a home run. A scalp to scalp and a hog to hog.
Lou Gehrig hits one. Oh, shaky running around the bases.
It is high. It is far. It is gone. Ramon. Bring Bamtino a home run.
And the hit. It is high. It is far. It is gone.
Back to back and fixed belly to belly and stapled belly to belly.
Yes, they call me the Barbino.
And Carlisi hits another bare bones home run.
Opie and Anthony, the virus is spreading.
All right. Oh, real quick, want to thank everyone that bid on some of those items in the first round of our Opie and Anthony auction.
First round.
The first wave of items are now gone.
Yep.
And we raised $19,000 officially.
Get out of here, really?
The second phase is up and doing quite well. Bids already close to $20,000 for the second phase.
Wow.
There's going to be like a third and a fourth phase. Pretty much for the whole month of September, we're going to raise money for the victims of Hurricane Katrina. 100% of the proceeds. Aunt and I aren't getting anything out of this. So there's a lot of great items to bid on.
We're not.
You can go to opieandanthony.com to find the link and look at what's up there for bidding.
I want my stuff back then.
You got a lot of stuff. You brought a lot of stuff in, huh?
Of course I did.
More shirts and stuff?
Shirts.
Anything cool?
I had some Dice stuff laying around. I got what was his album called? Remember that album?
Butts Up, Hands Down.
Yeah, something
like
that.
What?
It's And face down, ass up shirt.
Face down, ass up.
Yeah, and it says, I'm over here now on the back.
We should bring in our big, ridiculous black hooded sweatshirts that he bought
Everlast shirts that he made us buy that day.
That I wore once because he insisted that we all buy extra, extra, extra larges.
Uh-huh.
I'm like, but Dice, I will never wear this.
No, you got to get the big ones. The large.
Yeah,
and he made us put them on. It was ridiculous. He bought them. He haggled with the person at the register. The guy always thinks he's in some kind of market in India where you can haggle with these people. He's on 57th Street in Manhattan, and he's trying to haggle. Well, how about I give you $30 for all of them? You're like, no, it's whatever the price is here. What is this?
I believe that was 5 years ago.
Was it that long ago?
Remember we were talking about the Mets-Yankees possible World Series right outside the Viacom building?
Yeah.
They were doing those interviews?
Wow, 5 years ago.
Wow.
So I'll try to find my sweatshirt because it's just sitting in a drawer somewhere.
And then, oh, wow. Turn that around. Is there anything on the back? No? Ooh. That is one of the WNEW 102.7 little baseball jerseys.
Ooh.
And then
the official... When you're out and about doing business, the collared 102.7.
The collared
NEW
shirt.
Did you ever wear that?
A little NEW on the corner. Probably wore it around the house one day.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of those things.
Ugh.
Yeah. Nice. That's good stuff right there.
What else is going up for auction today?
Ooh, look at that.
All the gold and platinum records came today?
That is a platinum record, Ozzy, The Ultimate Sin.
Very nice. From Lee Abrams.
Commemorating, 1 million copies sold?
Yep. Right from his office. Cool. And a Joan Jett one?
Jesus, he went from the A list to the L list.
Jesus.
What, did someone spit on that one? What's up top?
So
Looks
glad
like someone vomited on it.
Yeah, because that thing has been in a closet.
Couldn't he have wiped them down before he sent them?
Jesus, Lee. What the hell? That's like a boot print. Was that his doormat or something?
Wow.
God.
Hey, Lee, could you spray a little Windex on these before you sent them?
Please. Jesus.
I love rock and roll.
There you go. All right. Yeah. Well, we'll throw that up there. We should get at least $10 for those.
And I brought in a very, very, really insignificant item, but there's a few of them. I have my original headshot.
Yes, I was laughing at these earlier when you showed me.
From 1992, a woman in Woodbridge, New Jersey, took my headshot. I was 2 years in the business.
2 years?
In the business, yeah.
Why did you choose that shot?
I don't know.
You must have had more that you had to choose from.
I'm sure the other ones were worse.
You look a little gruff in it. Rough and tumble.
Ooh.
You don't look fun. You look threatening.
He looks like he's 15 years old.
Nah, he looks like one of those kids that'll cut you with a box cutter.
You think?
Yeah.
I was 22 or 23, and I had to get my headshot, so I got them. I got more later, obviously.
Yeah.
Real awful ones, which I never used.
Well, now that you're going out to Hollywood to become a big star, this is a very valuable item.
You should use those. Like if you have a gig somewhere. You know how people use their headshots from years ago? Just use that one. A little Jimmy Norton.
Yeah, over and over again. All right, also, you got to throw the Cal Ripken autographed baseball up there today. It's time. It's
big
time.
Item. Big.
It's time to get those big items up there, okay? Big items.
Where's Chester?
Wow, the XM MiFi with lifetime subscription is up to $1,500, Anthony.
Ooh.
Could you do the price thing so we could go to the top items right now? Opie and Anthony, intern for a day, $2,400 right now, Ant, with 6 days left in that bid. In that auction, whatever. The other intern for a day is up to $2,100. Holy crap. Robert Kelly's kneecast is in 4th place right now, $1,400.
Wow.
It's fetching so far.
That's a big one.
Brian Regan's Cup of Dirt in 6th place, getting $430 so far. It's autographed, of course. And the WNEW Inappropriate Bell? They already took it.
My stuff.
It's a valuable bell. They had to take it, Anthony. The Inappropriate Bell.
That's all right. I'll do it myself.
The Inappropriate Bell.
Put all my stuff out here.
The bid for that is up to $430. So go to opieandanthony.com. It's for a great cause, obviously. Find the link to the Opie and Anthony auction.
all my stuff.
God, what a worthless collection of junk.
Just garbage. I like sitting here with garbage to my left.
It's kind of creepy every morning, you know. Ant lays out his instruments.
I am an artiste.
All his stuff. You never know when he needs some of these things.
I'm Zamfir, master of the pan flute.
He was playing Happy Birthday.
No, that was the Titanic. You motherfucker.
You know what? You just reminded me of something. We didn't play the audio of Celine Dion on Larry King.
No, we didn't.
This was priceless.
She was very upset.
We all understand that it was a disaster down there.
Mm-hmm.
But how could you not laugh when Celine Dion just breaks into song on Larry King? Because that's going to help the victims. That's what they need, a song from Celine.
Ew, she sang?
Oh, my God, this is really creepy.
Ew.
It's deeply disturbing.
Yeah,
I understand everyone. Even we have been affected, and we're trying to do our part. But, God damn, man, some of these people have got to relax. Like Ben brought in the picture of Sean Penn walking around New Orleans with a shotgun.
A shotgun.
Here it is, right here.
He's walking around with a shotgun, I guess, to protect himself as he goes on his rescue missions.
I don't know. There's a lot of stories about the shotgun. Supposedly he found it laying around and picked it up.
Oh,
please. Others say that he brought it himself.
I was handing this to the police.
Right.
Shithead, you got caught. It's okay for you to have a gun for protection, but nobody else, right?
Yeah.
His little scheme backfired. You know, this guy brought his own photographer down there as he's rescuing people. That's just no good.
I thought he was an asshole for many years, but it turns out he really is kind of just a weirdo. Like, he's one of those real weird guys. Be more like your brother. He's fat and jolly and makes fun movies.
Looks like an alcoholic.
Yeah. What a mess he is.
That's how I'm going to say that word from now on. Alcoholic.
Maybe I'll get him on the show. We have the same manager. I'll talk to my manager.
Stop it.
See about getting
Chris. And I have talked to Chris Penn in the past.
I've never met him.
Oh, we did.
We did many years ago.
Right?
No, in person, too.
Oh.
I got a picture with Chris Penn.
I want one.
I should bring in all my old celebrity photos. They're kind of funny. Throw them up on the website there. All right, here we go. Celine Dion. We got to play this a little bit here.
Celine.
A little bit. Celine Dion and Larry King last week.
I have to say, Larry, that I'm as devastated as the rest of the world.
Devastated?
If I may, I was watching you behind. There's a television right now. I'm watching, and I'm especially waiting, like the rest of the world. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm having a coffee. I barely can swallow it.
Yeah, through your little pigeon neck.
She sounds like Christopher Walken.
Oh! I can barely swallow it.
Barely.
Let's swallow it.
And she's in one of those ridiculous suites in Las Vegas. You know,
from my huge 38-inch plasma television,
right.
I could not take the pain and anguish of those people as I looked down on Las Vegas from my penthouse suite.
Why couldn't you swallow the coffee? Was her husband using her mouth to practice rolling Dyson?
Well, we've heard he's got a problem. What can I tell you? We all have problems.
And I'm especially waiting, like the rest of the world. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm having a coffee. I barely can swallow it. I come here at Caesar's Palace every night to perform.
Uh-oh.
I barely can sing.
Yeah, well.
But for respect for the people who come, I am still singing. When I come home at night, my son is waiting for me. I watch television. Yes, we gave $1 million. But what we expect, what I want to look like the rest of the world, I open the television. There's people.
How do you open a television?
I opened the television.
Opie, I don't think we should make fun of this. She still sang while those people suffered. She's brave.
She is brave.
She's a brave girl.
We gave $1 million. I have a coffee. I don't know what plural is.
Yeah. How about buying an S, you foreign whore?
Watch television? Yes, we gave $1 million. But what we expect, what I want to look like the rest of the world, I open the television.
See, it was $1, and she just wrote million on it.
$1 million?
It was $1 million.
And I open the television, and I see wires and tubes. And I don't know what year it is because there's never tubes in TVs anymore, you idiot.
I open television. What?
But what we expect, what I want to look like the rest of the world, I open the television. There's people still there, waiting to be rescued. And for me, it's not acceptable. I know there's reasons for it. I'm sorry to say I'm being rude, but I don't want to hear those reasons.
Ooh.
You know, some people...
They should fly her over like the flooded areas.
Yeah.
In a helicopter and lower her down, and then she could sing the Titanic song.
Wouldn't that be great?
As they're hanging on to their roofs.
Hold on, Tyrone. Tyrone, don't let go. Don't ever let go, Tyrone. If only there was room enough for you on that door that your girlfriend is on right now. It could be a huge cavernous door and there still wouldn't be room. Have you seen the women down there? Big fat asses. You are a survivor. Many people perished under the brown sewage of New Orleans. Much like they did that fateful night in April of
1912? 14?
1912. 15? It was 12, shut up.
Sorry.
Much like they perished in the icy waters of the North Atlantic on that fateful maiden voyage of the Titanic. But some of them were survivors.
Where
are you? And Larry, I watch and personally I don't care. But I cry. I cry because my husband is 90 fucking years old. I cry when I think he touched me when I was 14. Forced me to marry him. That is why I weep today. You think I really care about the Schwoogies, Larry? How many bodies lie there beneath that mucky, brown, stinky mess? I say P.U., Larry. And some of them cling to their rooftops like many clung to life jackets and pieces of wood on that fateful night on the Titanic. They are truly Negroes. They are so poor and so black.
All right, back to the audio. Jesus.
That was fantastic.
Oh, stop it.
Back to
Celine. More crying, Celine.
And for me, it's not acceptable. I know there's reasons for it. I'm sorry to say I'm being rude, but I don't want to hear those reasons. You know, some people are stealing and they're making a big deal out of it. Oh, they're stealing 20 pair of jeans or they're stealing television sets. Who cares? They're not going to go too far with it. Maybe those people are so poor. Some of the people who do that, they're so poor, they've never touched anything in their lives. Let them touch those things for once.
Invite them into your house. Let them touch.
You know, also, I've never touched a seat at your show at Caesars, you fucking overpriced Canadian hosebag. But they never touched an orchestra seat there, did they?
Oh, my God. Let them touch stuff.
Let them just touch it.
That's the biggest cock tease ever. Here, feel this plasma TV that you'll never have.
How racist she is.
Holy shit.
Just touch it.
Just touch it, because that'll make you feel better.
Unfortunately, they were touching guns at Walmarts and touching the triggers. Stop it.
I was inspired when they taught Coco to sign.
Oh, she did not say let the people touch.
Just touch it.
Just touch it.
Oh, my goodness.
The people who do that, they're so poor, they've never touched anything in their lives. Let them touch those things for once. The main thing right now, it's not the people who are stealing. It's the people who are left there and they're watching helicopters flying over their heads.
Lobsters.
And they're praying. How come it's so easy to send planes in another country to kill everyone in a second, to destroy lives? We need to serve our country. And for me to serve our country, is to be there right now to rescue the rest of the people.
Well,
we need the
Celine
cash,
Dion.
we need the blood, we need the support. Right now we need the prayers.
Jesus, where's Larry through that whole
Jesus,
nightmare?
I was nodding off.
She is the foreign policy insight of a 6-year-old. Why do we send bombs to blow up the world and the universe?
In seconds.
In seconds, everything. I can't get over the fact, let them touch things.
Just touch it. Much like the poor passengers that were stuck in steerage on the Titanic. We should just pull gates shut and lock them to drown in their basements.
Look, Tyrone, you'll never have an iPod, but hey, feel free to touch it.
I want to touch it.
Right. Oh, is that the best? All right,
what a mess she is.
She continued on Larry King last week.
It is, you know, when I was hearing a couple of days ago that these things are not reachable, it's too full of water. Maybe I'm too much like I'm not thinking with my head. I'm talking with my heart. Nobody can open any roofs. The helicopters flying in. Take 2 people at a time. Take a kayak. Go into those walls.
Take a kayak?
A kayak!
Oh, she's an outdoorsy one. Or take a limo like I do to go to my shows.
Why can't they take the flying Steve car and please pick up these people?
Take a kayak.
Oh, it is so easy if Steve would just, there he is now. Just fly by, Steve. Land and pick these people up in your flying hybrid car.
The helicopters flying in. Take 2 people at a time. Take a kayak. Go into those walls.
What?
There's
what?
kids being raped.
You can't take a kayak through walls.
Take a kayak through those walls?
What does she say?
She watches Gilligan's Island too much. She thinks that's how they get around.
A kayak?
Jesus, this isn't I Dream of Jeannie. Oh. Is Jim leaving a permanent thing? No.
Oh, stop it.
Still
Stop it.
A big part of the show, and he'll be coming back and forth and doing this and doing that. Don't you worry.
There's kids being raped at night. We hear gunshots. Big guns. What's that? Those people are playing. They're walking. They're like this. Hello? Do you see us? We're still alive, but we're dying.
Celine,
it's terrible.
how
I
do
do
you
not want to talk to you about money.
What?
Holy crap, will you just shut up and sing your stupid song?
She lost her fucking mind, and it's fantastic.
We can't see them at night because they're dark. Until they smile, we see teeth. We think they're floating dentures, but there are people attached to those. Oh, is she an ass?
Oh, I thought somebody dropped a big package of ping pong balls, and I was looking, but it was humans looking up at me. I thought it was ping pong balls and chiclets. But it wasn't, Larry. It was people.
Wow. Wow. Let's say hi to Carl in New Jersey. Carl?
Hey, she sounds like Mr. Wet. Do you remember Mr. Wet?
Mr. Wet.
Yeah, it was. There was 2 radio DJs. They had a show back in the day. I forget their names. He was a big fat guy. You and Anthony referenced them all the time once in a while back in the day. And he was like, Mr. Wet, I'm from the sewer. I live under the ground. Hey, Mr. Wet.
Never, ever, ever. This guy is amazing.
Man, I could have saved. I'm sorry, Carl. I really don't know what you're talking about. All right, let's continue. Why are you taking the birthday cake out? Huh? Oh, okay. All right, more of Celine Dion.
Of course, please. I want this burnt so I could listen to it on the way home.
Of course. We're going to have Maury Povich in studio in a few minutes as well, so stay there.
Where's Maury?
But first, more Celine Dion. This is too good. Maury's going to have to wait a few minutes.
We've been doing the show now for 2.5 hours. We've been asking a lot of people how they can help, how you can help. A lot of people all over the world want to help. You gave $1 million. You're going to help a lot of people live and survive. You should take great pride in that. One, that you've attained the ability to be able to do that, to be able to give $1 million. You should take pride in that.
I understand it's very important because eventually we will need that money. But it's just very frustrating that Franco and Constance West and me, $1 million. If this is one thing, in 3 months and 6 months, they will need that money. Right now, they're praying for water. So we need to send them the water. They don't care about my check. So
no, they do.
It's just frustrating because on our parts of the world, we're trying our best and we're expecting those people.
Oh, she don't shut up.
Your check will turn into something.
And I'm sending Welch's grape juice and garlic.
Old doddering old buffoon.
Yeah, he's, I love Larry King's style where he pretty much doesn't do anything on his show and lets the people talk. But sometimes, as a host, you got to jump in there a little bit.
My God, is she upset? Shut up.
All right, here is the clip of clips.
I know you got to go on soon, but we couldn't spend any time with you without asking you, do you have any kind of thing you would like to sing that fits this moment?
She's got a song for
Thanks,
everything.
Larry.
She's got a song for everything.
Is there any song in your... even if you did a little of it.
Well,
I don't want to...
Well, the only song that comes to my mind right now is definitely a prayer.
What's going on in Larry King's mind? Do you think he knows she's just a lunatic at this point and is exploiting that?
Yeah.
Or is he dead serious about having Celine Dion sing a song for everybody?
I think he's just trying to get as much out of her as he can, and at this point, having her do a song is the icing.
You think so? Is he being that calculating, or is he just an out of touch ass?
That's what I'm wondering.
Sing a song. The Motley Crue.
Because she's not in the right frame of mind to actually sing a song. Well, let's see how this plays out.
It's definitely a prayer. I did sing that song a few years back with Andrea Bocelli.
Ah, yes.
And I cannot think about a song, about a prayer. I will do my very best, and I'll do my best.
Generals gather in their masses.
I pray you'll be alright and watch us where we go.
This just in, Bruce Kelly's crying.
And help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace.
Liar, whore, you know it.
A place where we'll be safe.
Shut your goddamn pie hole.
I pray we'll find your light.
You can get a doggy style, you can get a ling on your side. Those are your only choices. This is my house and I get to sing.
When stars go out each night, remind us where you are. Let this be our prayer.
Fancy talk for a whore.
Help us find a place, guide us with your grace.
Now choke yourself.
Give us faith so we'll be saved.
Well, no shit.
That's it. So no.
Okay, terrific.
And there you have it. That's very dramatic.
Wow.
Celine Dion and Larry King last week. Wow.
Liar, whore.
There you go.
Wow, she lost her mind. That's fantastic.
Well, Shelley and Oneana has something to say. Shelley!
Hey, dudes, I like you guys a lot, but, I mean, come on. She fucking gave $1 million. She's totally a wreck because she saw the same pictures we all saw.
Yeah.
And fucking English is her second language. So if she says, let them touch things, I don't think she's, means let them touch things.
It's Leonora literal.
Yeah.
Well, come on.
What do you think she meant by that?
Yeah.
I'm an editor, and I edited a show about her many years ago. Her English is just not very good.
Can you say this? Can you just say, oh, guys, we're all going to get in trouble?
What do you mean?
Yeah. Letting people touch stuff that they'll never have in their lives, that's a little strange. I'm sorry to say. That's someone that is completely out of touch with the common person.
Well, no, she thinks she's like one of 14 kids. She's from a poor family.
Yes, I
She's
was
not
very
out of touch.
poor.
She's now out of touch. When was the last time she had to worry about paying a bill?
I was
It's been
watching
many years.
those poor people, and I'm absolutely crying over here.
Like Maury Povich is loving this.
I'm fucking crying, though. I mean,
Let's
you
get
know,
him
there's
in here.
people out there
Yeah,
who
where's
don't give a
Maury?
shit at all.
All right,
Even
all right.
We
get
don't have
it.
time for you, Shelley. We have Maury Povich
Povich.
coming in.
Oh, my God. I went and saw a Maury Povich show once.
You did? Well, hold on.
Hold on. Shelley from Oneonta,
Maury Povich. It's been one
Long
of
time,
my
sir.
all-time
Anthony.
favorites. Maury Povich.
Oh, Anthony.
I love the
Maury?
show.
You're back.
Yes.
Jimmy is here. You
Who
got
would've thought?
everybody here except Paul and Denise. Where are they?
The gang's all here. Yeah, right?
How do you
I'm
know
running
Paul-
down the highway from Baltimore to
no.
New York the other day, and I'm hearing the worst of Opie and Anthony.
no.
And I'm hearing about Paul and Denise.
Yeah, they're goers.
You want him on a Maury show? We can set that up.
They qualify.
They would fit perfectly, man.
You know, we should get a little partnership
Now,
going.
which one could we do him on? The cheating show? Although she says she's absolutely devoted to this guy, right?
I think it's things maybe that you've done when you're drunk that you regret and your husband now has to live with. What subject would that cover? Because to fill everyone in, she went to the bathroom at some event.
Yeah.
Was pinned against the wall by some celebrity, some soap star out there.
Oh, yeah, some British soap star.
Some British soap star.
Black gentleman.
Who a black guy. She drops to her knees and gives the guy head. And the husband finds out about this, and is he fine with it?
He's got to be.
Yeah, he was
He's fine with
it. Yeah, she came back down and joined the party.
People that should be killed, euthanized? There's got to be a subject for Maury's show on that one.
I mean, we've had people on. In fact, today I'm taping a show in which a woman is trying to find out the father of her baby.
Of course.
And,
I love those Maurys.
But the deal is that there was a party one night, and there were a lot of guys.
Oh, my God, she got a gangbang,
So
as they
she's
call it.
already brought on 6 of them at the party.
Oh, my God.
Today she's bringing the 7th.
7th guy. And they're
And
all
her
having...
husband has forgiven her.
Wow.
I just can't believe this stuff.
Is she hot, Maury?
As I remember, she's okay.
Yeah? I was wondering why
They're all okay.
Yeah. Now, are they given DNA tests?
Of course.
And that's what it is?
Oh, yeah.
And I guess the first 6 have passed, or are you going to wait until you got them all and then give her the results?
Yeah, right. I know. I'll tell you, the problem is, I'm in a golf course the other day, and in the middle of a putt, a friend of mine says, listen to this. He gives me the headline from my show. He says, I had both the twins, and both of them are the father. I'm going, my God, I've never done that. I've never had that one.
How the hell does that work?
How can you figure out which twin?
Right. Wow, because both twins
have the same DNA.
And they have the same DNA, so you wouldn't be able to tell. Wow, that is really a predicament.
I'm waiting for that one.
Maury, you'll solve it. Somehow you'll solve it. You always do. You're able to wrap shit up in an hour, and I love it.
Now, let me get this straight. Celine Dion was talking about let them touch
the plasma TVs. Let them touch the pants and the sneakers.
Can someone find that so we can play that for me?
Because
I don't want to play the whole clip.
They're poor and they don't have those things. They should at least be allowed to touch it.
Did they show Larry's reaction when she was saying that?
I think he was snoring at the time. Poor old Larry.
Oh, now. Don't mess with us old TV talk show types.
You seem to have a little more spunk than Larry King. A little more pep in your step there, Maury.
So, guys, how's XM? It's great, huh?
We love it. Fantastic. No more FCC.
I assume that there's nobody there's not a suit that can call you anymore.
We're not even in Washington is where all the bosses of XM are, so they put us up here. We don't even have a boss that tells us anything.
It's anarchy.
It's just a matter of time before we screw this up.
Maury, we leave right at 11 o'clock.
Boy, you got to really do something bad to mess this one up.
We've thought about that.
We got some ideas.
Have you had sex in a church? Call us.
What, you're still doing well? Everybody still loves you?
Yeah, the gang's all here. And,
we're rebuilding an audience every day. So
we're having a lot of fun.
Isn't that great? Kind of like a startup?
It's kind of fun to start over again.
It was kind of getting a little annoying on regular radio with the FCC and the bosses. Anything we came up, any new ideas we came up to do, they would strike down. Here, anything goes. And
I mean, it's kind of like,
You know, they called me when Fox was going to do a current affair again.
Right,
you
were the host.
I was saying, you can't do that. You just can't do that.
Wasn't that show for the time that it was the 80s?
Absolutely.
And
we had it in the beginning. We had it by ourselves, and the only competition we had was Entertainment Tonight, and that was just in the celebrity area, and they were too tame to come.
Yeah, you guys took it to the gutter. I mean, you took it to the street level.
Yeah, that was the only show doing it at the time.
Yeah.
And then Inside Edition came, and we knocked them down, and then Hard Copy. Then I left before Hard Copy. So we only had really one. In fact, the host of Inside Edition was Bill O'Reilly. That was right. He was the host.
Yeah,
and we kind of competed against.
And you kicked his ass, didn't you, Maury?
Absolutely. You saw the gleam in my eyes.
Absolutely.
No. So, he's okay. Anyway.
No, he's not.
But what happened was, see, Paramount is the smartest people in the world. What happened was, I was going along okay, but I was thinking about doing a talk show. Paramount, who owns Entertainment Tonight, says, we want to give you a talk show. I said, why would we think you're the greatest talk show host in the world. I said, well, I haven't done any talk nationwide yet. I've only done it locally. He says, no, we love that. We love that. Finds out later on, they just wanted me off a current affair. That's all they wanted.
Yep.
They didn't know what kind of a talk show host I was. They just wanted me off the darn show that was beating them. So they hired me to do a talk show, go off a current affair. Then that kind of thing goes down after a while. Maureen O'Boyle's there for a while, and then it kind of goes down.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Yeah.
We interviewed her back in the day.
She was a hottie.
What is she doing now?
I think she's kind of retired up in New York State. She has at least one child, I think.
Wow. She was really nice to us.
Yeah, Maureen's good.
The new host they got, awful.
Yeah,
that show is a disaster.
I don't know.
It's just in name a current affair, but it doesn't have the same vibe.
He seems like a nice guy, but he has
They're doing a lot of crime. You see, they figured that's the only area that those other shows, Extra and Access Hollywood, weren't doing were crime. So I think they jumped on a lot of crime stories.
You guys, I mean, you at the time you were hosting had things like the Buttafuoco thing.
Yeah, Buttafuoco. Robert Chambers was the big one.
Yeah, the Preppy murder. And it was just
where we had the videotape of him tearing off the head of a doll at a slumber party.
Yeah,
that was the best.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember that.
I think it was the greatest thing. I said, we only bought it for like $10,000, and at the time, in 1987, everybody's going, "You paid $10,000." Meanwhile, about 8 years later, with Joey, they paid like $500,000 for him.
That's incredible.
But none of the legitimate news organizations would touch stuff like that or get that in depth into the real. Down and dirty of the
until, of course, we were successful,
right?
And then all of television news changed,
and that kind of started the
and
whole
that was
thing
kind of that predated OJ and the whole thing, so that everybody there jumped on that because we had been popular with a lot of the.
Whose idea was that then to come up with a show that's kind of
actually the guy who's come back, a guy named Peter Brennan. See, what happened was Rupert Murdoch. I mean, I'm anchoring the news for him when he buys Fox in Washington at the big station in Washington, there, Channel 5 in Washington, TTG. And he buys the old Metro Media stations, and he wants to start this show called A Current Affair, which had the same name in Australia. So he brings me, who's anchoring a news, to New York in 1986 as a summer experiment. And he says, well, we'll see if it works. I said, but I got your highest ratings of all your stations in Washington well, we'll find out whether. I said, wait a second, can you try to tell me I'm coming to summer camp up here? And if it doesn't work out, I'm going back to, that's it. And by the way, I had just married my wife, and she was living in New York working for NBC, and I was in Washington, so we were commuting. So for the first time in our marriage after a year and a half, we were going to live together here in New York. And he says, we'll find out whether your marriage will work. So I came here in 86 and have been held hostage ever since.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so he threw me together with these Aussies who had never been on American television, had never done anything on American television. So we had Peter Brannon, Ian Ray, we had brought Gordon Elliott, that crazy big guy, and Gordon was one of our reporters. We had Steve Dunleavy, another Australian who works for the New York Post. We had these wild, crazy guys and just sent everybody all over the country looking for these crazy stories. We had the X-rated sheriff in Kansas who was fired because he and his wife were filming them, videotaping themselves making love one day, and he took the rental video camera back to the store.
Right, I remember that story now.
Left the tape in the camera.
And it was all over town. I remember that one.
The poor X-rated sheriff.
No one was getting stories like that.
No.
It had a very British tabloid feel to it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You know, and no one was getting those stories. That's great. And, well, your show now.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
just wild.
I cannot get enough of it. You slay me on a daily basis. Maury, where do you find...
We make fun of this all the time.
I want to be respectful.
Are you the radio version of South Park? Did you ever see their spoof on me?
Oh, my God, it was fantastic, yeah. Oh, did they nail you?
You know, all the disfigured kids, which you have on, which is very legit. They did the satire on me and the disfigured kids.
I don't know where you get some of these people. Now, they're horrible combine accidents, or are they birth defects, whatever they are. They flock to you like the modern-day Jesus, and you put them on.
Right.
And I see a bit, I got to call you out, I see a little bit, well, let's take a show where it's like, Don't Stare.
Right.
I'm just a person, or I'm just, what was the title of that show?
Yeah, Don't Stare. I'm as good as you are.
Right. I'm normal. I'm a person. And what you do, instead of having maybe a few hundred people at most look at them on the street walking and staring every day, you have millions staring at them on television. Now,
wait a minute.
Defeat the purpose of the title, Mark.
I'm just trying to turn America's mindset around, you know.
Is that it? Humanize them a little.
Trying to show the public that these kids should be treated like everybody else.
So when you see them on the street, now you've seen them humanized.
Right.
On
TV.
You won't be as mean or critical.
Exactly.
Well, then, God bless you, Maury Povich, because now I finally understand. I thought, silly, stupid me, I thought people were tuning in like it was P.T. Barnum pulling the curtain back. And
I hadn't thought about it that way.
Because, let me tell you something, Maury. When you put those little tiny children in your bookshelves...
The primordial dwarfs? Come on.
When you put the primordial
still
dwarfs...
our favorite show ever.
And you had one hiding in your garbage can, Maury.
That's right.
I smelled a little exploitation.
There was one in my bookcase.
There was.
There was.
Where is she? She's in my drawer.
They're the cutest things in the world.
I bet they are, Maury.
You wouldn't bring one
in fact,
home with you, though.
We just taped one the other day.
Did you? How do you... You know something? I've been walking around this earth for quite some time. I've
never seen
a lot of things. I've never seen one of those. Where do you find them?
What country?
They just seem to find me.
He doesn't even want to say he's got a source.
Of course he's got a secret
he's got
source.
A little, it's like a hollow tree somewhere that only Maury knows.
Two people that are just drinking heavily all day, having sex?
No. What happens is you have one on.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden there's a family who calls and says, I have one who's never seen anyone who looks like my child. I want my child to meet someone who has to go through what he does. So we get them together.
And you got some
set
them. Because I see you hugging and kissing, and it's very nice and all, but a lot of people on this planet would go, yee, ooh, and not embrace
somehow
people.
That's
just
not
works.
the case. It works.
And I know it really does, and I got to tell you, for how nasty and mean-spirited we are on this program, sometimes we tune in, and even we have to go, oh, my God.
I cannot believe,
so sad.
Anthony, that you would ever have that feeling.
I feel sad sometimes. I look up and there's
Anthony,
the girls
I
crying.
didn't think there was that fiber in your body.
Neither did I. Maury has brought it out. I look and sometimes I well up a little bit and go, that's sweet. That poor kid, probably never out in public at all, and now Maury brings her out and gives her a kiss, and it's very sweet.
Maury, how did you survive? There were a lot of shows like yours on TV, and they all went away except you.
Well, I think what happened was, we got younger, strangely enough. First of all, you have to understand that talk show audiences during the day, for the most part, are older audiences. They're stay-at-home
Those
women
audiences are scary.
Yeah. And somehow
really
we went, we have an average age under 40, which is unheard of. Most daytime audiences. And I think it's the themes. The paternity is just...
Well, that's a big one.
Unbelievable.
That's a big one. If you aren't parading around something that should be on the set of Mask. You are doing the paternity test.
Well, the funniest thing was, you know,
I put that.
I know. I have all my golf buddies, see? So I have my golf buddies. One golf buddy says to me, he says, "You won't believe what happened." I said, "Why?" He says, "Well, I went over to the caddy shack. I like to hang around with the caddies, and they're watching your show in the caddy room." I said, "Yeah." He says, "This is what I hear. One caddy saying to the other, 'Anybody back home ever accuse you of being the father of their baby?' So, yeah." That they do? What do you do? He says, "I tell them all the same thing." He says, "What do you tell them?" He says, "I tell them I ain't the father till Maury tells me I'm the father." I said, "I've arrived."
Now, you get some really distraught women
Well,
when that happens. And I see them, they run backstage.
Oh, yeah.
And the camera follows them, and then here comes Maury to console them.
But how about
one of my faves?
But how about when they do it the fifth time?
Yeah.
When they brought back the fifth guy. And
so you just want to say sometimes, "You're a little slut."
If you want to push a button for a segment, all you have to do is she's accusing a guy of being the father of her child, and the guy has a new girlfriend.
Right.
And all you have to do is bring the new girlfriend.
Oh, yeah.
And the two women go nuts.
Now there's
and
some
the guy is in the middle saying nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
And the women take over, and they claw each other.
Do you get more guys that are or aren't the father, have you noticed?
I'd say it's equal.
Equal?
Yeah, I'd say it's about equal. I've been surprised. The key for me is I never know.
You don't until it's
I
it's
never,
said.
ever know.
How accurate have you been? You got to make a guess in your head.
I'm about as accurate as I am on the show that we do with the beauty pageants. Are you a man or a woman?
Oh, yeah. Another great one.
I'm about as accurate as I am with them. I have no clue.
Have you made those mistakes, too?
Oh, my God.
Jimmy's had a few mishaps
Jimmy,
over
right?
the years.
Yeah. Usually around, 1 or 2 in the morning?
Yeah, maybe a couple of times.
Set of your show in your Saturn.
Last girl at the bar? Oh, I know that.
Those are the shows you have to watch beginning to end. And the teases are great.
Yeah.
It's like, and now Stephanie comes out. It's Stephanie Guy. We'll tell you after this. And you got to stick around.
And you know that the guys are better looking than the women. Right.
There have been times where I have watched and been fooled, yeah. And I pride myself on being able to pick them out.
And usually once during the show, they will have somebody who sings to me or entertains me. And now they're rubbing up, and I'm going, oh, God. What is going on? I just...
Doing something on your thigh, Maury?
Yeah.
Jimmy, you want to tell Maury what happened to you?
Yeah, tell me, Jim.
I was lonely.
Doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, I was out.
Jimmy could easily be on many of your shows anyway, Maury.
I was out one time, and I saw a pretty girl, and she got in the car, and she was doing things for me.
In the car?
In the car.
Oh, you got to the car part.
Oh, yeah. We got way beyond that. We got into the here's the money and zip and park.
She's doing stuff.
Oh, he didn't go to a bar, Maury.
No.
Oh,
this
just
was
down the
a
street.
Streetwalker, yeah.
He drives around.
And I realized that she had a big back for a girl.
Because he's rubbing her back because of the way she's positioned to earn her keep.
And it was like a tight, almost like a suit shirt. Like, those tight, sweaty back I could feel. And I just realized that was a guy.
You're in trouble.
Oh, jeez.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, I lost my rod. And
so
it was fantastic up to that point. Believe me, really world class.
Well, it's better to recognize it then.
No, better to recognize it after. You don't get your money back. What am I going to accuse him of bait and switch? I'll sue you for false advertising, fella. Get cut with a slash with a razor. I just had to leave and go home and pretend it never happened.
We have to go backwards a little bit. We got Paul on the line. You heard Paul and Denise.
Yeah.
That's how.
Oh, you're kidding.
We got Paul. He wants
Is
to
he
say
there?
Hi.
Yeah.
Hey, Paul.
Hey, what's up, boys?
You're on with Maury Povich. I'm gonna be your agent today. I think we could get you on Maury's show.
Yeah, I heard. I got like 10 emails.
Hey, Paul.
Yes. How you doing, buddy?
I was in hysterics between exit 4 on the New Jersey Turnpike and exit 11 coming from Baltimore to New York.
Holy shit. Which story did you like?
Well, it was just what I was trying to figure out the whole time is she as devoted to you as she says she is?
Yes, I am.
Oh,
she's on
my
too.
Lord.
I am.
Wow, Denise, you really are, huh?
Yes, I do. I put up a lot with him.
Yeah, but there's a lot of flirtatious behavior going on there, Denise.
Flirtatious.
No.
Flirtatious.
Huh?
I'm very open sexually, but when it comes to commitment, I'm very, very committed to him.
Well, how do we, how do we define commitment here?
Yeah, exactly. A gun to a forehead, I'm thinking.
Exactly. There's been a few, a few things that have happened there.
Yeah, I mean, I heard these.
You want to know something? I mean, nobody knows the complete details of everything. Okay.
Oh shit, there's more.
Yeah, there's more.
How many more Negroes are there?
That's not even funny. Trust me. I mean, if the world really knew what went behind the scenes and why I did some of the things that I did, you know what I mean?
No, not really.
Why she's done some things in your past, maybe?
Yeah, some things in my past with Paul.
What?
Before that, don't talk about that now.
Yeah, see?
Well, Paul has one of the greatest stories ever told on our show. Where,
really?
Yeah, he had sex with a girl that was paralyzed.
Hey, that's true.
Yeah. What, Paul?
Yeah, that the funny part too. She almost.
He had to pick her up and do like a fireman's carry from the wheelchair to the bed, and then had sex with her. Yeah.
Yeah, they use the same equipment they used to get those fat people out of the houses in Brooklyn to get her up on the bed.
You're quite the catch there, Paul.
Hey, I can't say I ever did anything like that.
Well, you're on with.
I ever did walk.
Well, you guys are on.
Holy fuck!
You guys are on with Maury Povich.
Yeah, I was engrossed.
Yeah, isn't
for
it
7 exits on the Jersey Turnpike.
We have gotten so many comments about our show since we've been on that day.
Has anybody else tried to rape you in the bathroom?
No, they say please now.
I've had offers.
Right.
From every black guy at every Opie and Anthony meeting.
And Paul is such a just blatant racist. I don't know how this relationship works, but it does, Maury.
Do you see a connection? My wife was raped by black people, and I hate the blacks. Do you see the connection?
Oh. Why do you hate the blacks?
Yeah.
I didn't get anything out of that during that show.
No, you don't get it during the show. You get it when he's having lunch with you at a diner somewhere. Then he just spouts off, and you're sitting there going, oh, my God, I can't sit with this guy.
Yeah, that's actually true. My best friend at work is black. I try all my material out on him.
He's the worst.
No, I'm an equal opportunity racist. If you want to joke about the British, I'll join in and joke with you. I don't give a shit.
We were sitting there playing cards down in Atlantic City, and I was hoping I wasn't going to get a flush because it was a spade flush, and I didn't want to hear him go off about it. I was like, I'll lose the pot. I don't care. Please, make it a heart.
He is so embarrassing. The way he is on the show, the way he is out, I mean, that's him.
Yeah, we know
He's too loud.
Yeah, Andy, actually, I have a suggestion for a new Photoshop for you. I'm thinking a cross between Pulp Fiction and New Orleans. The Welcome to New Orleans sign, and underneath Dead Nigga.
Oh,
all right.
Paul.
Thank you, Paul.
He never knows where to leave it alone.
Never.
He's no filter Paul.
Let's say hi to Sports Girl from Whackbag. Sports Girl.
Hey there. I just have to say this is like the best hour of radio I've ever heard. Maury, you are a genius. A genius.
Thank you.
Maury is the best.
The best is the baby daddy stories where he brings the girl back for the third and fourth time.
Oh, yeah.
The fifth guy.
Yeah, I think my record is 12.
12.
One time I said to a woman, I said, I don't know much about the female reproductive situation here, but aren't we talking about a 2-day period? And
right.
Isn't about, that period of being able to get pregnant is about 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
And we can't figure out who you were with after 12
in a 2-day period.
In a 2-day period.
Wow.
That's barely leaving time to eat. That really is.
All right, Sports Girl.
You ever do a show or bring somebody on, and afterwards you're like, oh, Jesus, I really wish I hadn't done that one?
No.
I love the honesty.
There's probably a shower in his office. It takes care of everything. Just wash it off, Maury.
What happens to these people after the taping's over?
Well, a lot of them. No, but I'll tell you, one of the good things that our audience is like, we update all these stories.
I know. That's
we
another
update
good
the
thing.
cheating stories, when they run off and the guy slept with over 100 women. I'll never take him back. And 6 months later, they're back.
Back
They're
again.
still together.
Yeah. You know what some of my favorites are also? The big fat babies.
Oh, yeah.
When Maury brings out the 100-pound
3-year-old.
Right. But the buffet table that's just out of reach.
Now, it's not just bringing the kid.
You're the worst,
There's
Maury.
food on the set.
Well.
And they let the kid, dig his hands into cake.
I debated
he's
about
he's only wearing a diaper when he walks out.
I debated about that.
You
and
did.
So what happened was, to soothe my conscience, I asked the mother, so is this what he has at home?
Right.
And she says, oh, yeah. I said, okay.
All right. Finally, we're not doing anything different than she does at home. And yet, instead of just dressing the kid, they put him in like a loincloth, just like a little diaper, so you can see every fold.
That's a bit much.
In their little skin.
I talked to my producers about that.
You have, huh?
And then I went to the mother, and the mother said, that's what they wear at home.
Now, I've seen you make attempts to try to get the kid some medical help.
Oh, yeah, we did that.
And see that. But then on the update shows, they come back,
bigger.
and they're bigger.
Yeah, I know.
What happens to the help?
Bad doctors. I don't know.
Yeah, what kind of doctors are you getting, Maury? Get them off with a pack of matchbooks. That's where they get their diplomas. Be a doctor.
Let's Stalker Patty have something?
My favorites.
Stalker Patty.
Hi, I got a new show idea.
What's that?
I'm over 40 and still a virgin.
Now, that's topical because it's in the movies now, 40-year-old virgin. Patty is 50 years old.
Yeah.
And she is a virgin.
She's
Not
a virgin.
technically, she is literally
a virgin.
a virgin.
Did she...
She's had Ron Jeremy's hand down her pants. She's had her hand down Ron Jeremy's pants. She's had her breast felt by Jimmy Norton.
I was the first one ever touching.
She's been naked with a Krusty the Clown mask on in this studio. But as far as sexual intercourse, she is a virgin. And she's never done oral or any of that stuff. She is really...
was this because there's no desire, or...
No, she wants to. She was brought up with... she was adopted by this strict Catholic family.
Waiting for her Prince Charming.
Prince Charming, stop.
No,
You're 50.
Yeah, she's a foundling.
Yeah, she was dropped off as an infant in a diner by her mother.
Do you think there would be more... Is this a single guest show, or do you think there are more like you?
I don't know. Maybe
I think it's a great show.
Maybe a lose their virginity show. You can hook her up with another older virgin.
The 40-year-old virgin is a great idea.
Yeah.
And she's 50, and she wants to fall in love with some guy, and she says she's saving herself. And then
or you could put her on the show, my teeth look like mini chiclets, but I'm a human being.
Hey, for 50 years old, I'm a knockout when you compare me to other women my age.
That is true.
She's got a nice, I don't know. I don't know.
You should lose your virginity on Maury's show. He can get like the offensive line from the Giants and say, pick one.
Maury, would you do a show on
I like your
virgins?
imagery, Jim.
Yeah, like you're thinking.
I think you should do a show on virgins.
Yeah.
That's not a bad idea, guys. I will take that back to the office this morning.
There you go.
And if you need Stalker Patty, give us a call. We'll give you Stalker Patty.
Okay.
And, of course, Maury, the Progeria kids.
Oh, yeah,
the Progeria kids, when you bring them out with their little Yankee hats
Come on now.
Just adorable. Aren't they? The cutest little... I always comment about how adorable they are.
Somebody gains 5 years of age in a month? You don't like that?
I think they're the cutest little things that ever walked off a UFO. It's...
Anthony.
Sorry, Maury.
Now, come on, Anthony.
Okay, I apologize.
These are kids who have, they're not gonna live that long.
I know. I hear them on the show.
You have to give them a skateboard.
Well, Maury, I'm an ordinary kid inside, and I like to skateboard, and
it's wonderful. Their cute little voices.
I think I stayed 5 minutes too long.
Oh no, Maury! Come on. No, I understand.
We're trying to see where your line is.
I feel, you know something? I've never been more educated about people and certain afflictions like that than I have.
You would have never known about it, would you?
Never would have known about it. And there are times, I'm honest, that I do watch and go, oh, I can't even goof on that. But Maury's right there giving support.
There you go.
And he looks at his watch and, all right, Maury.
We were talking about the South Park thing, so the
Yeah.
South Park satire, and they did all of that. I
Yeah.
mean, they just jumped on me so bad. So I called them and afterwards, and they wouldn't answer the phone.
Are you kidding?
They wouldn't. They were scared. They thought I was going to sue them or something like that. So finally, I got somebody to answer the phone. I said, "This is Maury Povich." Yeah. Oh, Maury. Yeah. What? Is it okay? I said, "Look, all I want to know is, how can I buy those original cartoon cells that appeared on the show?" And I've got 5 of them now in my office. Yeah.
Hey, that's pretty
Wow.
cool.
The truth of the matter is, I see it as...
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'll find a cell.
Oh, my God.
I'll give it to you. You put it on your auction.
And we auction it?
That's right. He listens to our show,
That would
man.
be huge. That'd be huge.
Yeah, I'll find one.
We're actually doing a good thing, the Opie and Anthony auction for the
I'll
victims
send
of
one
Hurricane
over.
Katrina.
You have an original cartoon cell from the
That's
South Park.
Huge.
Classic.
Yeah.
You got to sign
Half
it.
hour of me.
I'm going to bid on that. I want that.
Yeah, I'll bid on that.
We're all going to bid on it, Maury.
I'll send it over today.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got to autograph it.
Now, can I get out of here?
Yes,
Well, we
Maury.
got some. All right.
What do you got?
Can't have girls
Oh,
coming
no,
in
no,
when
no,
Maury's
no, no,
here.
no,
He's a
no.
married man.
They're not going to strip on me, are they?
No, Maury. We wouldn't do that to you.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want to get Maury in trouble. And as I see it, Maury has got a great sense of humor about a lot of things and stuff, but he honestly does give a shit about the people that are on his show, and I do respect that.
Well, we can find topics for your show, I'm telling you.
No, I'm telling you, I'm
We're
taking
really
the
good at
Virgin
this.
show. I love the Virgin.
Yeah, that is
We're really
good
good
one.
at this type of thing.
I'll give you
Patty's
full
pretty good.
credit.
Patty's pretty good. She'd work out
Patty,
fine on that
yeah,
program.
she's done a little TV too. She's become a star in her own right. It's a little nuts.
Something tells me that girl isn't a real nurse.
You got nurses
There's
out
a girl in a nurse uniform, but I think
one of the nurse uniforms.
Maury,
I see.
Maury, before you leave, let me explain. Jim Norton, he's been with us, and he'll continue to be with us, but he's flying out to L.A. to film a HBO series.
Really?
Shoot an HBO series. So he leaves tomorrow.
Like a comedy series or a...
It's the first live audience sitcom they've done, and we start shooting, I think it's Monday we do the first table read, so I got to go out tomorrow. And I'm
well, this is big.
Yeah, hopefully.
It's big for Jimmy. And it's big for the show, too, because we're going to follow his
This is like a
progress.
Def Jam or something else?
No, it's actually a sitcom.
Oh, it's a sitcom.
Yeah. A guy named Louis C.K. It's his show, and I'm like one of the characters on the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I watch everything they have.
Yeah, they're great. They usually make great programs.
By the way, talking about that stuff, have you guys watched Barbershop? Very good. Showtime.
Yeah?
Very good.
You watch
Weeds?
all the
Have you
original
watched
programs?
Weeds?
I've watched that. I'm watching
I'm
Rome.
hearing Weeds is
Rome
good.
is great.
Yeah.
I'm
Entourage.
I'm an
very
Entourage
good.
guy.
Very good.
Rescue Me, I'm watching.
The guy must be as thin as a stick. The
main
the
actor?
movie star. Yeah. I mean, he's like a head on a stick.
I love that show, Entourage.
Entourage is good.
And I'm going to start watching Weeds because everyone's starting to talk
Weeds
about
is
that
good.
show.
Weeds is good.
Yeah.
She's good, Mary Louise Parker.
Right on.
I like all that stuff. See, now...
Did you see the Lisa Kudrow show?
Oh, yeah.
That
Come
she's
back.
got on there? How uncomfortable is she on that show? It's hysterical. It's really good.
I'm telling you.
Yeah.
It's like, it's like the sitcom queen comes back to do a show. It's Lisa.
Yeah. It's very good. It really, it's saying a lot about network television. A lot of people are going over to cable and watching these series because they're more real life. They're more honest in their language and the topics they can cover.
And they're all now bulked up between 9 o'clock and 11 o'clock.
Yeah.
And I'm TiVo-ing everything. I mean,
I know.
it's crazy.
If you don't have a TiVo or DVR with your cable, you're
Right.
sunk because there's so many things on. We have things that record, and we're watching something, and all of a sudden it'll bing come up and go, something's going to start recording. So now you can't watch what you were watching. You got to start
I've got that
doing...
one that's built in, probably like you in the Time Warner box.
You have to start doing
on the DVR.
And you can do two. But you got to be watching one.
Watch it, so you're like,
you can't watch a third and tape two.
You do
can
programming
tape two,
triage in your house. You're like, what's more important? This show's got to die. A
Good
pain
line.
in the ass.
Good line,
I need
Anthony.
5 of
Triage.
those things.
That's right, cable triage.
Yeah. I'm sorry, that show didn't make it.
I've got to make a choice.
Maury, you got to come back.
Maury,
All right,
always a
Good
pleasure to
night.
have you on, man.
We
Love the
just-
show.
I think we just met Maury for the first time just before we blew ourselves up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can have a nice relationship here. We'll
Good.
promote
Yep,
your
absolutely.
show.
I'll come back.
So the new season, we're
starting
It's already
this
happened,
week.
right?
Started this week. It's fine.
Right.
I mean, we're doing everything. And everybody said to me, well, how come you don't get the credit and attention that you should deserve if you're the third-rated talk show in the country? I said, well, all those people think that they're so, that they're highbrow and we're lowbrow. I said, but I look on cable television, see all those news channels, see everybody screaming and yelling except for hurricanes. I said, I think my brows are about as high as they are.
Bravo. Who's ahead of you?
We
Who are the
agree.
only two ahead of you?
Probably
Oprah and Dr. Phil.
Jesus.
That Dr. Phil,
They're
what
good
the hell
company.
happened there? Oprah brings him on as a guest. All of a sudden, anything.
And
Oprah
I don't think they
touches-
like each other anymore. And
No,
I think she
probably
owns
not.
him in terms of
yeah.
ownership.
I can't
She's making
stand
some
Dr.
cake
Phil.
off of that.
I don't watch
Can't
it.
watch Dr. Phil. Oprah, I'll take a peek every once in a while. She does
Oh.
a good job. I will.
Jesus.
I'll
You
take a
put your
peek.
skirt on and watch a little
I
Oprah?
said I'll take a peek.
You
It's
like
not
her-
like I'm like sitting there every afternoon with tea.
Book of the month club? Do you
Yeah.
to?
Ooh, what does Oprah recommend this month?
I said I'll take a peek. That's all.
In between curling up with a Judy Blume novel, you sit there and watch Oprah.
But Dr. Phil gives no advice, really.
Right, Oprah.
What?
Bye, guys.
No,
See ya.
Maury.
Go on.
Maury.
I got to go. I got to tape.
Thanks. He's got to tape a
Paternity
show.
updates. I got paternity updates.
Hey, if I send a picture of us to your office, will you sign it for me? I have
Sure.
a picture of us from last time.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, thanks.
All right.
Maury, thanks
good
so
luck,
much, man.
Jim.
Thanks, Maury.
I want to see it. I want it to be so good I can TiVo it.
Well, what you can see, he did an HBO half-hour comedy special. It's going to be October 21st on HBO.
Yeah, there you go.
You're big, Jim.
I'm a nobody, but I'm hopefully by the end of October it'll be moving along.
He's becoming bigger by the day, Maury. He's becoming huge right in front of our eyes. So there you have it.
Okay, guys, bring in the nurses.
All right,
Maury, thanks,
Maury
man.
Povich, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, you know, I'm starting to get hot. Oh, you know, I'm starting to get hot. Oh no, I'm gonna give up my virginity. I'm a sport. Maybe take a little cock right into my mouth. It must hurt. Maybe taking it in the rear. Maybe bang me up the ass. That's what they call me. She's a freak. That's what they call me. She's a freak. What do you want me to do? I'm gonna be facing the wall. What do you want me to do? I've always wanted a juicy cock. Put it between the boobs. I'm into the TFing. Put it between the boobs. Put it in the pits. Put it in the pits. My favorite oral treat. My favorite eating cock. I'm hungry for a big, fat, juicy cock. After I whack your bag, whack your bag, whack your bag, whack your bag. Shoot your big wad of cum right into my mouth. That's what they call me. She's a freak. That's what they call me. Oh, God. After I suck you off, I want you to bang me up the ass. I'm hungry for a hard male cock. Stick your huge cock in my tight ass. That's scaring me. I take it in the rear. I'm a freak. That's what I was taught. I got a big juicy cock from Ben the other day. Oh, I like the banana. Oh, God. I like the banana. I'm a freak. I enjoy having sex with a guy. I enjoy something in my mouth. I enjoy cock between the boobs. I enjoy cock in my tight ass. That's what they call me. She's a freak. That's what they call me. She's a freak.
And Anthony Show.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony program. Having a lot of fun today.
Oh, yeah.
Jimmy's last day on the program for, a couple of weeks or so.
Yep. Damn it.
But he'll be calling in. Don't you worry. Don't you worry.
Dude, selfishly, I'm just not giving up this gig. It's not happening.
It'll be A-okay. We got
Yes.
a couple ladies outside the studio that are going to come in. I think they're ladies. I have no idea what's going on out there.
What do they do?
I don't know. We'll get to them in a few minutes. We're kind of celebrating Jim's last day for a while today, and his birthday at the same time.
They're pulling out breasts and licking them.
Yeah.
Look at the nurse. Is she really a nurse?
I don't know. Hey, Jeff.
How you doing, guys?
Pretty good. We're looking at a lady outside the studio that might be a nurse. We're not really sure.
Might be a nurse, might be a man.
Well, I don't know what's going on, but it has a nurse outfit on.
Oh, she's lovely.
I've
Great
been to
legs.
many hospitals over the years, and I have never seen a nurse look like that.
No.
Every nurse I ever had kind of looks like Steve with a beard and might murder me. It's like one of those homoerotic male nurses winds up killing 40 elderly people with a needle.
You saying this one breaks the mold, or right along those lines?
We don't know. We're gonna find out, Jeff.
Yeah.
It's Jeff Halpern, right, from the Washington Capitals. Did I say your last name? I always screw up.
What's that?
Did I say your last name right, sir?
Yeah, I think I pronounced it 4 different ways too. So whatever you guys come up with.
Well, of course you play for the Washington Capitals, and hockey is back, sir.
Yeah, you guys are big Islanders fans, huh?
I'm a huge Islanders fan.
Opie is.
Yes, I love my Islanders. I've loved them for many, many years. But I got to tell you, I was a little bitter when you guys went on strike. A little bitter.
Well,
as a fan,
we're supposed to say it was a lockout. So
right, it was a lockout.
It was
not
a lockout.
strike.
Okay,
No, that was. I think that was an unnecessary year off. Looking back on it.
And just like a lot of people say, I'm like, you know what? I'm never going to a hockey game again.
Liar, liar.
Because I've been going to games ever since I was, 8 years old or something. I've been following the Islanders all through the Stanley Cup years and all that. And then I start reading a little bit about what's going on, and I'm reading about the rule changes, and I'm starting to think, all right, I guess I could go to 10 games this year. I'm usually a season ticket holder, sir.
I think there were people saying that before the lockout, so I think the game itself needed a little bit of a change and a little bit of some rule differences, and just something to open the game up, make it a little more exciting. And I don't think it needed to have a year off, but But at the same time, hopefully it comes back with a fresh start. And there's going to be a lot of people not, with football being so big and baseball season and the playoffs, the NHL's going to have to work pretty hard to gain a lot of those fans back.
You know what it seemed like when baseball went on strike? It was kind of, I know it's a different thing, but they still took time off. It was hard for them to come back. They lost a lot of fans. Then it seemed like McGuire, Sosa, that whole race really got a lot of people interested. Now, when you make a relative comparison, because a friend of mine's a big hockey fan, do you think that what's going to happen in hockey is going to be like any type of a thing that kind of happened with like some sort of a fan interest thing, or is it probably going to not have to kind of go down a different route?
Yeah.
Well, with baseball, that was a once in 100 years you had Cal Ripken breaking the Ironman streak and McGuire and Sosa. I mean, that was unbelievable, the timing of that. And you'd like to think that at least there's some new young superstars in the league that are going to take over, in a Sidney Crosby or down here in a Alex Ovechkin. But to be able to break Gretzky's records or Lemieux's records, it's, you can't really expect that. You just kind of, I would think you'd have to hope that the game itself takes care of some things, and maybe there's a few more fights fights and goals, and a little more excitement for the fans to bring them back.
Well, what got me back into it immediately, I'm a pussy in the end. I'll probably get a full season with the Islanders there. Of
course you
was
will.
All the rule changes. They got rid of that stupid red line thing, the 2-line pass. That was ridiculous. That was slowing down the game for many years because you guys got a lot faster and you could handle that crap.
Yeah.
And
damn it!
I think some of that stuff is it's all stuff working. They can throw out in New York they had, like the ice girls and all the bells and whistles around, but it's got to be the game on the ice at the end of the day that's going to be the reason why fans are coming. So hopefully they've worked a few of those things out.
Yeah, by the way, the rest of the league stole the idea of the Ice Girls from the Islanders. Let's not forget that.
Have you seen a Carolina Hurricanes game?
No, I have not.
They hired about 6 of the local strippers down there to put cowboy hats on and be cheerleaders down there. It's right out of the replacement. So
I don't think
the Islanders were the first ones to do it, but I think teams have perfected the idea.
Ran with the ball.
I don't think my buddy Anthony has been to a hockey game.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Well, remember the old days? There'd be a break in the action, and the old Teamster guy would come on the ice with a shovel and pail, and he'd be all sliding all over the place.
Oh, that old gag.
And he would have to scoop up some of the ice shavings around the net and around the sides and stuff. Well, the Islanders got hot chicks, barely 18, in tiny little outfits
16.
that come. Yeah, they're not even 18. He's right. And they would come flying out on the ice and spinning around and stuff. And eventually they would bend all the way over with their little shovels. Actually, they're big shovels that they could barely carry and do the same job that old time Teamster was doing.
Fantastic.
And man, it brought a lot of excitement back in hockey.
Sounds great.
Yeah. What are some of the other rule changes, Jeff?
I think the goalie pads have gotten a little bit smaller. It used to be, you'd have good plays or good shots on net, and these guys would just sit in there like that. If you ever seen that commercial with the Russian goaltender that's so big and just sits in there and pucks it.
Yeah.
They've gotten a little bit so the goalies might actually have to move now, where you can. Or if you do have a good play, you'll be rewarded with a goal. And I think fans get the most excited for goals and the hits and stuff like that. I think that'll change. They've done a few things so that goalies can't come out of the net and kind of slow things down like they have in the past. Keep them restricted to certain areas. So
go behind the net with the puck and fuck around with it.
You think you'll see high scoring games?
Oh yeah.
I definitely think so.
Yeah.
I think.
How many times did I leave the Coliseum? A 1-0 game, a 2-1 game.
Is there any truth to the rumors? Because I've heard a friend of mine was telling me that they're actually thinking now to for the same with baseball they say juice the balls. Is there any truth to the rumors that the Hockey Nest they're actually thinking of making 11 feet wide?
I don't know about 11 feet. I think right now it's 6 feet wide, but They tinkered around with making different goals and making it bigger and certain things like that. At the end of the day, I think the traditionalists won, and it's goals are the same. The pads will be a little bit smaller, and I think that'll be a difference.
And you brought up more fighting earlier in the interview here. Why will there be more fighting, you think?
Well, I wouldn't want to kind of scare the casual fan with that. I just think they've set up the sport now where you play teams in your own division 8 times, and I think any time that happens and you start to hate a team like that, it builds up those rivalries that maybe they've had in the past with the old Islanders, Rangers, and Phillies type of thing. So when you see a team that often and players that often, I think it's only natural that you're going to work up some of that aggression. In hockey, you're given the chance to, instead of jump around at center, at midfield, I don't know if you saw the football game, but at least to kind of take care of it with 2 guys and under the rules somewhat.
Bring back the bench-clearing brawls. Those things made you watch every single game. Your team could be 20 games out. You don't care because there may be a bench-clearing brawl.
Get some goons in there.
Spilling into the crowd.
Where the ice looks like a yard sale. There's shit everywhere at the end. They don't even know how they're going to play the rest of the game.
Goon it up.
Yeah, because as soon as the fight starts, you're not allowed to leave the bench.
No.
Old days, man, everyone jumping over the bench to take care of their own, you know?
Hey, Jeff, it seems like I know XM just went on to Canada, which is so great, and hockey is going to be obviously a big part of XM in Canada because Eric Logan made a point. We weren't too sure why, but Eric Logan said hockey is very popular in Canada. And how do you feel about that?
How do I feel about how is it popular? I mean, I would say up there it's the same as NFL is down here. It's talked about 24 hours a day on the media, on TV and radio. It's their religion up there, the same as it is down here with football and
baseball.
It will be a big market if XM can tap that market and kind of reach out to that.
Hey, what'd you do it yourself during the strike lockout? What did you do it yourself?
I did. I went over and played overseas.
Oh, you did? Yeah, a lot of you guys did that, huh?
A lot of staring at the TV in the meantime, and sitting in European coffee houses, wishing I was back here. And
why didn't we go to Europe to do radio, Opie?
I don't know.
We could have, we were off for 2 years.
Yeah, we were in a lockout too, sir.
Yeah, call it a lockout. Don't call it being fired. We were in a lockout for 2 years, and we could have gone to Europe and done radio, Opie.
I think some of the stuff you guys got locked out for would be encouraged over there. So
see?
It wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah, there you have it. And one other rule change that we should mention: none of these games are going to end in a tie anymore. Thank God.
Yeah, I think the shootout will be at least for fans not to have to sit through a 1-1 game or 2-1 game.
I went down to the All-Star game. I think it was down there in Florida somewhere, and. Yeah, the game ended in a tie, and they had the shootout. The whole place, even though it's a who-cares game because it's an all-star game, everyone was out of their minds.
How do you do the shootout? 'Cause I'm not a big hockey watcher. How do you do the shootout?
All of a sudden, the game ends in a tie, and then, I don't know exactly, you take, 5 players from each team?
Yeah, it'd be like penalty shots in soccer.
Yeah. Okay. So then each team, goes for, penalty shot, exactly. And, that team goes, and the next, and then...
Is it sudden death?
No.
I think 5 guys go, and then if it's still a tie, then it goes to Sunday.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's amazing. It's so exciting, and it's a great way to end a game.
Are you worried about fan reaction when it comes back?
Yeah, I would expect in maybe non-traditional markets, fans it would be tough to get fans back, and in some of the more traditional hockey markets, you're going to see signs against the players and against the owners, and I think that's expected, and I think they have every right to do so. It'll take time to get it where everyone's comfortable with where things are.
A lot of people, our own friend Ben, was saying that because he's obviously a big Boston guy. How do you feel about the Bruins? A lot of people are saying they're going to actually do well this year.
The Bruins have been good for a few years. They got a lot of the same guys back, and I know for us they always give us problems. Joe Thornton is one of the best players in the league, and they've done a good job surrounding him with a lot of good players. So he's got every right to brag a little bit.
Yeah, Jeff, do you fight? Are you?
I'm usually good for once a year, just to make sure that I can, when that question's asked, that I can say there's a few fights.
Yeah, I wonder about the guys that don't fight at all, if they're looked down on in the locker room.
Mine aren't the big Ty Domi, Bob Probert fights of the old days, but they're enough so I can answer that question honestly.
I hate Ty Domi, but I love watching him play. There's something about him. He drives me nuts. But, man, that guy has balls. And he's what? How tall is he, 5'4"?
No, if he's probably about 5'11", but his head is, I mean...
Come on, he can't be that tall. He doesn't look that tall on the ice.
No, I think just because when he fights, all the heavyweight fighters now are about 6'5", so when he fights, he looks that small.
Yeah, he takes on everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got a squirrely look in his eyes. You try not to make eye contact with him when you're out there.
He averages a fight a game easily. Easily, probably 2. Probably 2 a game.
That's nice.
All right.
I like that.
Jeff, we're here and you got to go practice, so...
yeah, no, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
No worries, man. Congrats on hockey being back. I'm sure you're very, very happy.
Thanks.
Good luck, bro.
Thanks.
All right. Thank you. Jeff Halpern from the Washington Capitals.
Bro. Fantastic.
All right. We should take a quick break, and then we'll get the ladies in, and we'll do some other things. Oh, we got to do the fart game. We have to.
I have to urinate.
Me too. Let's go to the same place, the same time and space.
Let's reenact the cake.
The virus is inside us. OAvirus.com. Assault the media. It's time to drop bombs. We're just pests. You can't exterminate with Black Flag. Your web page just got hijacked by Whack Bag. The gag order's gone. Time to go to war. Steve sees napalm burning down your door. It's hardcore. Apart from whores who dump on Norton's belly, the only other girl in his life is Bob Kelly, not you. When he was a kid, he sucked cock too. These two obnoxious shock jocks might shock you. Ask Howard. He don't want to get involved. Slip in your PJs and light a Java log. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus. Spread the virus.
And Anthony Show.
Bob Kelly. Sucks being made live. Hey, this is Robert Kelly. Come check me out in New Brunswick, that fantastic town, September 22nd to the 24th at the Stress Factory. I'm going to be there all weekend with, I don't know, some other hack. So come on down and see me.
For more information, go to RobertKellyLive.com.
And stop IMing me going, you think I'm fantastic, and then when I say thank you, and you hit not you, and sign off. That's a very mean thing to do.
Someone get in the back, the back, the back, the back of you. Is someone get in the back, the back, the back, the back of you. Has someone taken the bait? It's real, the pain you feel, you trust, you must confess. Is someone get in the back, the back, the back, the back of you.
Oh, my God.
What's up, Anthony?
Took a leak. Almost didn't.
Why?
Well, I guess the Ron and Fez staff comes in during the course of the day, and one of their new interns are here. Remember Paul?
I talked about him yesterday.
Yeah, talked about him yesterday.
Yeah,
and he was standing by the bathroom door. So I was like, if I walk past now, I'm going to have to talk to him and everything. So what Ben did was just go, Paul, just walk down the hallway. I made him walk down the hall. Here he is. Hi, Paul.
They hired you?
Yeah. Paul,
we've
get
been
up
seeing
on
your
that
face
mic.
for many, many years.
I've seen you.
Get up on that mic there, Paul.
I know you.
How'd you get the gig, bro?
Way to encourage, Ope.
I have a background somewhat in radio and a couple classes taken.
And a background in annoying people.
Oh. What happened? He seems like a nice
Paul,
guy.
I got to ask you, do you know how annoying you can be?
I realized.
Did you listen to the yesterday show?
I didn't yesterday. I was doing. I had to bring a family member to the doctor.
Uh-huh.
Why? What happened, man?
They tried to shoot themselves when Paul was talking to them.
But I apologize.
You do? Okay.
No, first and foremost, I do apologize.
But did someone inform you? I guess someone filled you in on what was discussed?
I realized how bad I was, I guess, the next day when I was walking down the street saying to the friend I was with, she had a friend that, I know, long story. She had a friend call and say she got kicked out of the house, and I was obnoxious and I was drunk saying, doesn't matter, I still want to, hook up with this girl, and screaming it while this girl was crying on the other side of the phone.
Uh-huh.
So I realized the next day what I said and how long I was. how long and how wrong I was.
Yeah. It was. Did you notice when you came into Caroline's? Did you notice that I was probably in the furthest corner in the club, in a roped-off area that was pretty much away from... There was no one near me. Did you, notice that?
I noticed you were sitting there. That's all
I
noticed.
There's people in the club. And then did you notice I was in an area where no one was?
Honestly,
germ-free zone.
I was so drunk, I just thought you were sitting there eating.
Yes, you were drunk. And after we left that appearance at B.B. King's, and before going into Caroline's, where there's a lot of people also, there's called a wind down time, where it's just me, maybe my chick, maybe one other person, and just wind down a little bit and eat dinner, have a little dinner, and maybe not discuss show-related things and think. See, that's kind of where I was right then. Mm-hmm. And I'm too much of a nice guy to turn around like Opie would and say, dude, shut the fuck up, I'm trying to eat. So what I do is I try little hints. Did you notice at one point I actually laid down and made like I was going to sleep?
I certainly did not.
Did you notice that?
I certainly did not.
You were so engrossed in what you were
saying.
What you were saying that you didn't notice I was feigning sleep.
When he built a little fort out of seat cushions, it didn't throw you off.
Right.
What I noticed is absolutely nothing but talking to you, and I don't honestly remember what I said. I just But at the same time,
well, that's two of us. I don't remember either what you said. Jimmy just keeps gesturing to him and making him stop like he's going to say something, and then doesn't say anything. You are so annoying.
I love it.
So yeah, that's where we were. That's where we were that night, and you just wouldn't stop. And then did it give you a clue when the Caroline's people came over and said that those tables were reserved, and sent you to another faraway table? That perhaps that was a way to get you away. Did you notice that none of those tables were taken the rest of the night?
No, I did. I was so banged up, dude.
You were really hammered.
So sorry.
Yeah.
What I remember.
Well, for anybody else, it's not a problem, but he gets Anthony gets freaked, man. He gets
I try not to say anything, so I just sit there and kind of just deal with it and roll with the punches. But inside, I'm steaming.
Well, you're a nice guy.
And I try to be nice. And then did you notice I was eating? I was eating my egg rolls. And that egg rolls are finger food, right? You didn't notice when the food came?
I didn't notice you were eating at all.
That was the point where you really got close. I was eating egg rolls. And then when you finally were told to go to another table, I'm eating finger food. You stuck your hand out and shook my hand. Mm-hmm. I spent the rest of dinner eating with only my left hand because I don't care if it's the Pope himself. I'm not going to then start picking up food with a hand I just shook because I don't know where you've been. Maybe the bathroom, maybe so I had to eat the rest of the night with my left hand. Yeah. It was a little blotch on the evening.
And it's not even a personal thing. He doesn't like shaking hands, even me.
No,
and I'm like a friend. He just, it's not his thing. It's not like a thing from yesterday.
Like I said, I apologize for the evening itself.
All right.
And
do you notice anything, Paul?
He's doing good. He's probably a little bit uncomfortable, but Anthony,
it was a little uncomfortable that night. That's all I'm saying.
When are you going to notice that Jimmy's pretty much holding your hand?
I noticed, but I'm not going to say anything.
You're just going to let another man hold you.
He's holding my forearm, and it was in a friendly way. It wasn't
he's been holding it for a long time now.
Maybe next time when I'm eating, you could come over and hold me like that.
Nothing weird, man. It's just
a guy will maybe touch another guy on the forearm for maybe a split second. Jimmy has been holding your forearm for the last 5 minutes.
Right now, I don't.
Are you?
Jesus, dude.
I see.
I really am, and I apologize. I spent all last night dreading today, just because I didn't know. It was a big deal. I didn't hear it myself. I was stressing out the whole night. And
quite frankly, Anthony wanted you fired. But we told
we
told Anthony,
I
down,
mellowed
Anthony,
out and I calmed down.
It'll be okay
because you were gone.
I apologize. What is that?
He was gone. Dude, I wasn't trying to get you. I can't even fake that I was trying. I'm so not that guy.
Nervous. I was
Well, you were excited to meet Anthony because you kind of admire him and talk to him a little bit, and you just got a bit overbearing. Like, you know what I mean? Like you went from being like kind of pleasant to being like a.
You know what it is? Turn around. Look at that room. See the room full of guys there?
Wave, full of guys. Men. Wave.
Full of men. Let me tell you something.
Look at all those cocks and
we
balls.
Hang out. When we do these appearances, we'll drink a few beers, whatever, talk a little. In the office, we start talking. But this was an earned thing. These guys earned their keep.
Good point, Ed.
And you know, in days to come, weeks, months, perhaps, you will end up like they are. But at the start, it's like the replacements coming in during wartime. You don't want to get to know them too much because they'll probably just end up in a body bag. But they might save your life one day.
Why don't you wear one of the laughing hats?
That's a good idea.
You know what? I think what he's saying right now is that you're Garner. I think that's what he's saying.
Put a laughing hat on my hat.
It's hard to put a laughing hat on when you've got the headphones on.
Yes.
Well, Paul will wear the laughing hat.
Put a laughing hat on.
Put a laughing. There it is.
There you go.
Suits him well.
Thank
I
you,
like
sir.
that.
Now
laughing hats.
We've been making everyone do their best laugh because it's Jimmy's laughing hat party here. Last day on the show for a while. So give us your best laugh as you wear the laughing hat.
Anything?
It wasn't long enough. It was a bit stunted. It was like not.
You gotta make it last longer, not blow
back
the whole
off the
load
mic
like
a little
that.
bit because people complain when we shout into the mics. So
There you go.
There you go. Your best laugh, not
make it last a little.
That's my laugh. Do your laugh.
Sorry, dude.
Yeah, don't steal.
I just try to
Daniel
come up
can't even
with a
hold it
laugh.
in. I
It's
think he
not-
went,
But it's
oh,
not
shit.
but it's not like a spontaneous thing. You're
Right,
asking
right.
me to laugh, and
It's like acting. You should go.
Yeah.
That's what Jimmy would do.
Yeah, fun.
Yeah.
One more
Good job,
try.
though.
One more try. You're wearing the laughing hat. Give us a laugh.
You got to slap your arm a little bit. That's like a laugh.
Well,
man.
that's good. Yeah. Like,
No, not ha. No one
slap
laughs
the
like that.
console and go like, ha ha. Let it last a little longer.
Yeah. No, man. Like.
See, it tapers off. It's dynamic.
That's terrific.
Yeah.
And stop chewing gum.
Sorry, dude.
No, it's all right. He likes to chew some gum. Who cares if it's on radio? What are you going to do? Put it under the console? No, right there. Grab that thing right there. Just put it there. Put it there before you do laugh. No, give him that thing.
At least he's guaranteed to have fresh breath.
Oh, I like that. A boy with minty breath.
That's a plus around here, at least.
Okay, one more time. Slap the console, laugh, a hearty laugh, and then let it taper off a little.
That's right.
Ha 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 ha
ha.
All right.
No one says ha ha. That sounds like
That's
a
not
computer
how you laugh. Look. That's a believable laugh. See, nice laugh.
I understand.
Flavor Flav from our show. See?
But it's not spontaneous, though.
Yeah.
These
That's
are
the thing.
these were all laughs on the spot.
But we are like supposed to be. You are supposed to be learning about radio in here. Some shows in radio, they're all phony laughs. They'll sit there like the morning zoos and you know they do that and stuff. So it's kind of an education in radio to know how to laugh, even if it's fake.
Right.
Yeah. One more time. Throw the head back a little off the mic. Throw the head back. Ah, big laugh. Slap the console. Let it taper off in a natural sounding laugh.
All right. Why do you stop?
You stop a little too
Why are you
soon.
so afraid?
You stop a little
Look
too
at the
soon.
clock. Look at the
You
clock.
got the laughing hat on, but
Yeah,
I ain't feeling the laugh.
Look at the clock, man. Do a 5-second laugh. You're doing like
5 seconds. Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long time. You could breathe back in and start again. Yeah.
But that's
do
how
that.
I laugh, though. Like, just, that's it.
That's it?
That's really it.
Wow.
You sound like a joyless pedophile. You gotta
But
Yeah. One more time. Go, ha, ha, ha. Ha ha ha! Like breathe in a couple of times.
Yeah, let it last.
Let
a
it
little
laugh,
bit.
and then at the end of the whole thing, go ha, like that.
Yeah, that's how you
That's
end a
it.
laugh.
Now we got it.
All right, go. Paul with the laugh.
You have the spontaneity of a
I'm
glacier.
sorry, dude.
You're perfect for the Robert Fest show.
You are, absolutely perfect. Look. I thought Jimmy was reading the comics again. That's so natural. No, he's not.
I am.
Yeah. Even a 2-year-old can laugh on cue. Come on. Jesus.
Sorry.
All right. That's Paul.
Paul, the new intern for
Ron and
Fez. Welcome aboard.
Sorry.
And good luck, bro. And I think it'll be fun. I think you'll have fun here. Ron and Fez are great guys. Earl is a fantastic leader. He will mold you. I forget that part. He'll do nothing.
He'll do
Mold
something.
will grow on him.
Yeah, he'll do something for everybody.
All right, and good luck to you.
Right.
There you go.
All right,
You
there
can
he
now
goes.
remove your laughing hat and.
Hint, hint. There he goes.
Yeah, when we say there he goes,
That's usually your cue to get the fuck out of here.
Jimmy.
More items being added to the Opie and Anthony auction.
Totally.
You can go to opieandanthony.com to get the link. Anthony.
Yeah.
Cal Ripken Jr. baseball autograph is now up for bidding. The Joan Jett Platinum record is now up. The Ozzy Osbourne Platinum record is now up there. A Meet the Creeps DVD autographed by Lil Jimmy Norton, and I'm assuming Club Soda Kenny is now up there. And you guys can bid on those items as well as a bunch of others being added as we speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, Jimmy.
No, he's going, ooh.
Oh, okay. You want to start the the fart game?
I'm scared. Oh, right. We had that.
Yeah, we got to get to the fart game.
Mm-hmm.
This is the last day we can play the fart game for a while. So
I know it's not me. Yeah, can't play it when Jimmy's not here because I don't participate. That is a rude and smelly game.
Well, maybe they could go back over the archives, and I'd love to call in and play the fart game because I think there'd be a different angle on the phone.
Yes.
Well, here's the deal. Jimmy and I cannot play the fart game. It's usually either myself or Jimmy farting.
Right.
Who wants to play the fart game today? Anthony, who do you want to take on? Steve?
Oh. Steve played last time, right?
Yeah.
Why does Ben never play?
Ben should play.
Ben should play.
Yeah,
Ben's a
let's
sweet
play.
boy.
Yeah, let's get Ben in here. Why don't we get you want to get Martini Steve in here, or you want to do Ben? How about Ben and Steve play today?
That's fine. I don't have to play.
Why does Ben breathe like Jason Voorhees behind the mask?
Yeah, okay. You don't want to play this?
I gotta do something.
What?
I gotta help Earl out with something.
Come on.
Oh, no. There's no helping Earl. The lost cause.
I was reading an email the other day, and people are saying they miss you in the studio.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not even
They
kidding.
love you in the studio.
I'm not even kidding, because you will laugh just, out of control at the best times.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not even kidding. There's not even a bit
Yeah, you
after
gotta
that.
play.
Right.
You gotta show up in the studio every once in a while. Martini Steve, take a seat. You're gonna play the part.
Whoa.
There you go. Whoa!
Don't touch the cake.
Whoa! Alright.
I'm trying to convince Steve to change his voicemail to that on his cell phone. It just plays that and goes to the.
Ben thinks that would be hysterical.
I think it's funny.
I think it's funnier than those stupid songs you have going.
Yeah.
No, wait, did you say voicemail or the ringtone? The ringtone.
Oh, I thought the voicemail, but the ringtone, actually, that's not bad.
Yeah, I wish I could figure out how to do that.
By the way, Steve, when are the hot girls coming?
Oh, these girls are great.
I'm not even turning around. They're very lovely.
The audio's on out there, really.
Why do you ruin things, Opie?
I'm not ruining things. Ben said that Steve was getting hot girls for the show today.
I love these girls.
We did. They're real go-getters. They are.
Cool.
No, they are aspiring porn chicks.
Really?
Yes, they are.
Nice.
Absolutely.
Ooh, maybe somebody will get their swank sucked.
They might.
Would you let them do that live on the show today, Jimmy, as you're going away thing?
Maybe for a second. It won't. I remember one time.
We could cover up cameras and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cover those up. I bet you this big fat girl named Deirdre, who I used to work with at Bradley's, we were talking about oral sex, and she was really like 350, and she's like, if you eat my honey, I'll suck your swank.
Whoa.
It was really awful.
Yuck.
Eat my honey.
All right, here we go. It's the fart game with Martini Steve and Ben. All right? We play a fart, and then these guys guess who farted, and then we get the answer, and blah, 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 blah.
Do we get the options of who it could have been? I mean, how many people have done it besides Jim?
Well, that's the thing. There's a couple.
Yeah.
Oprah's done it. I've done it. We've had a couple of guests do it. It's actually surprising sometimes who pulls it out.
In all fairness, it's either Jim or I.
Most times.
Most times, okay? There might be a little trick. A little curveball.
Trick fart.
I like
a little
tricks.
curveball. You never know.
Tricks are fun.
All right, why don't we play the just-made fart jingle, Anthony?
Oh, no. Really?
Oh, yeah, that means this game is serious. If they're
Official.
making jingles for it. Here's the fart jingle.
It's time to match up the gases with the sound of the asses and link up the stink with a name. Now that you've already smelled it, can you tell us who dealt it? 'Cause it's time to play the fart game.
Oh,
hey.
bravo!
Well, Steve.
That was me and Danny.
Paycheck.
You're a grown man with a mortgage.
I am. I certainly am.
2 mortgages.
Yeah, I know.
Do you realize you had to sit down with your wife in a bank and sign papers? It's time to play the card game.
Yeah.
She looks at you and thinks, this is the man I'm going
I know.
I trust my financial future with.
I have that epiphany once a week, yeah.
And she is as normal as they come.
Yeah, she really is.
She is the greatest. She really is. You don't deserve her.
And you know
you know that, right?
And you know stupid was holding both ears. It's time to play the fart game.
Actually,
eyes closed.
Did you sing it for her to get her opinion
no,
on it?
she hasn't heard it yet.
No, okay.
No. But it's not both cans aren't on. You got one finger in one ear and the headphone on the other. And you can hear yourself first.
And where was Ramon during this?
Ramon was quietly observing.
Yeah. Your imaginary friend.
Ramon! Bring me a cake with a black cock on it.
We had to call 3 bakeries to get this made.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not bad, actually. Only 3 bakeries to get a cake with a tits and a cock?
How did you describe it?
I actually, you know what?
What did you say? I want a cake that's the perfect woman?
I think between Pete the intern and myself, we managed to track down 3 bakeries who did erotic cakes, and we found one that would actually do a hybrid, if you will, of a male and female.
That's good. You got it's like a white body with a black cock too.
Yeah, I didn't ask for that one, but it's a mulata cake.
Mango cake.
That white chocolate.
Both frostings will be destroyed. Ooh, I'm just.
Yeah. Ooh. What are you doing down there?
Playing with my penis.
Stop that.
I got to get Bob Kelly on the phone because I just was reminded of something. After the show yesterday, we went across the street for some breakfast with the waiter with the crazy wig that we talk about every once in a while. Do you have that picture that Bob Kelly took?
I do.
Can we get that online?
Yeah, I had a rod.
Old helmet head?
No, we're sitting at the table, and this is a nice little joint, Anthony. Matter of fact, the black dude from Oz was eating breakfast right next to us.
Which one?
Adebisi?
No. The lead of the Muslims. The Muslim gang there.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah. That guy was there with his fine white girlfriend.
Didn't we once see the guy from ER? The black guy from ER was in there?
Eric LaSalle, I believe his name is. Yes.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, we're just kind of hanging out, very, very nice joint. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, Jimmy has to announce to myself and Bob Kelly and everyone else around us that he's sporting a massive heart-on.
Why?
I wouldn't say it was massive.
Dude, it was ridiculous.
Okay.
Why were you sporting?
Well, maybe I thought I was getting laid the day before, so maybe I took a little pill. Maybe I did that to be a silly goose.
So I guess he had one of these 10-hour hard-ons.
You know how it is.
Oh, no.
And, of course, now he has to stand up and make us all uncomfortable. Stand up. So now he's popping a tent in his jeans, dude, way out to here because he had baggy jeans on.
And what, were you just standing so everyone in the place could see you?
Pretending I was on my phone.
Yeah, standing and making believe he's on his cell phone.
Talking loud?
Oh, yeah, turning around with his hand on his hip like this.
It's a blurry picture, though, but...
That's horrible.
Hurry up, need to fuck.
I really want to go down on one of them.
Wow.
All right, well, the girls are now putting up signs. We're going to get to the girls in a minute here.
Did you get your photo with the guy from Oz?
No, because he was there. I didn't know he was going to eat and stuff, and I really don't care.
He's a scary dude, man. Who would F with him?
He's from London, and he's trained as a dancer.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I know I should have talked to him.
Yeah, you could have beat him up.
Could you introduce me to Gene Anthony Ray?
Faggot. Yeah, that's what it says. Born in the UK, trained as a dancer.
Ooh.
So Bob Kelly took a picture of Jim sporting with our crazy waiter in the background. With the wig or whatever it is that he wears.
I tell you, you know who he reminds me of? It's different color, but he reminds me of Michael Caine from Dressed to Kill. Oh my God!
Who is that? Oh my God! It is fucking Sasquatch.
Anyway.
You do hear that?
Yeah, I mentioned it before.
Yeah, I know you mentioned it, but I hadn't heard it.
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm hearing it.
Yeah.
Ben.
What?
That is breathing?
I'm breathing? I was...
Wow.
Breathing?
You are breathing?
We wonder sometimes, too, Ben.
Yeah. If Earl had asked that question, I would have an answer. Obviously not.
Wow, that's some heavy breathing, man.
Ben, this is what it just sounded like. We were all completely...
I didn't realize it was. I was writing.
So you had to breathe?
Yeah.
Strenuous.
Yeah. Ben actually said that like I said I was running. Dude, I was writing. What do you expect? Right. A pen that's moving, my elbow.
Wow.
Cool.
That's something.
All right, tomorrow on the show, Otto and George, Bob Kelly, and Girls with Wow stickers.
Remember we talked about sending girls to Times Square with Wow stickers?
Oh, yeah. Tomorrow. All right, so let's play the fart game. I don't remember the fart jingle, so we better play that again.
Oh, jeez.
Can we play that again, Derek? Great.
It's time to match up the gases with the sound of the asses and link up the stink with a name. Now that you've already smelled it, can you tell us who dealt it? 'Cause it's time to play the fart game.
All right, so we're going to play a fart. Martini Steve and Ben will guess who farted, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Here's the first fart.
Jesus.
That's all you get, guys.
God, I want to play so bad.
You want to play it?
Can't play? No, I won't play.
And you might as well. It's Jimmy's last day for a while.
It's for fun. Play.
Yeah, you might as well play.
All right, I'll play.
We're going to beat him anyway.
All right, so it's Anthony, Ben, and Steve. All right, we'll start with Ben.
Jim.
All right.
Ben's playing the odds.
Steve?
It's Jimmy.
And Anthony?
Yeah, that type of deliciousness isn't covered up with pants. That was definitely Jimmy.
I completely forgot about that.
You know what? I know my farts.
Are you saying that's you?
No.
I'm going to say me.
Wow.
I don't know the answer. So here's the fart.
Oh.
All right, let's get the answer to that first fart there. You can play along at home, by the way.
Ooh. Oh, you want to play games?
Yeah, I'll play games.
Point, Jimmy.
That's right.
Damn it.
I play in the majors. You go play in the little cow league.
Is that the reason for all the Lysol?
Yep.
Oh, yeah. We all have our own Lysol.
Well, what about Opie? He cut one, too.
Mine don't smell. Everyone knows that by now.
Rotten little oatmeal farts.
That was a great one, because I farted, and then you said you want to play games, and I thought I had a good one that day.
It's the way it is, Hope. I straighten everyone out.
That one was huge, yeah.
So everyone got a point there, all right?
Take care of all small intestinal business.
Here's the next fart.
We know who that was.
Yeah.
That was a tentative Shy Boys fart.
Listen to this thing.
Oh, that was your asshole apologizing as well.
I got to turn up the volume on it.
Little Pat from Munaki fart.
Oh. That's awful. All right, we'll go to Steve. Steve, who farted?
That's you. That's absolutely you.
All right. Anthony?
Yeah, I'll say that's one of yours.
All right, Ben?
Yep, you.
Me? All right, let's find the answer. What's up, Ant? What's up, Jimmy?
Go ahead, Straining.
Oh, no.
Jeez, man. I saw him lean forward like he was fucking Peter Finch in Network, ready to deliver the news.
That mic I'm going to have to use.
That makes me so happy.
It's horrible, isn't it?
Mine don't smell, though, for some reason.
Oh, stop it.
They really don't?
Yeah. They smell like Hershey's
stink up
Kisses.
the room, and for some reason mine don't smell.
Yes, they do.
They really don't. All right, you guys got that one as well. Congratulations.
Mm-hmm.
Here is the next fart.
Please.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh, that went tail.
Listen to the tail off. That is a dangerous fart.
Yes.
That's when you fart and you're being hugged by a large man and he's squeezing it all that goodness out of you. Thank you, Steve.
Oh.
Steve, let me give you a little hug.
Steve, what I tell you?
Sorry.
Don't encourage him.
I believe
yes,
that the asshole that birthed that fart will be in Los Angeles.
All right. You say Jimmy.
Yeah.
Okay. Ben?
Jim.
Yeah, Jimmy.
And
Jim.
Here's how I think it's me, because you can hear at the end, what I'll do is I'll lift my leg. Like, you ever see an umpire call a third strike when he yanks the arm back? That's what I do, and that's why it tails out.
Oh.
I want you to picture that.
Wait, what happened?
What are you writing there, kid?
I'm getting a communique.
Are you writing, we better cover these cameras before Jim whips his dick out? Hope that's what you're writing.
Well, this is Danny's game, right, Danny?
Yes.
All right, so get on mic. Get some credit
Don't
today.
be shy, kid.
I can't say that, though.
Why?
It'll ruin the game.
Oh, don't ruin the game.
So, what do I do?
You just tell him.
Tell him what?
Oh!
Uh-oh.
Well, Danny threw a little curve into this
Yeah.
version of the fart
Whatever.
game. So let's find out what this is
Damn
about.
it, I don't remember.
The creator of the fart game, Danny,
Let
everyone.
me tell you something. I don't remember hearing that tail off.
Really?
That's true.
Well, I guess this is how we'll introduce it. Everybody's wrong. That was a decoy.
A decoy.
decoy.
We would have commented on that tail off.
All right, well,
Just
here's
like we just did.
Well,
Well,
here's
they're
the
making
answer.
one.
I guess there's a third answer today, decoy.
Decoy.
Let me just say,
Twist.
yes, there's another decoy in the game.
Wow.
today.
All right.
So no one gets a point there. All right.
Damn it.
It keeps it interesting.
Certainly does.
All right, we're going to the next, let me see. Okay, here we go.
How am I supposed to keep a heart on if I don't know who did it?
Here's the next fart.
Whoa.
Here-
What the hell?
I don't know. We're going to have to hear this one a couple times. Here we go.
They couldn't. They couldn't put two decoys in a row, could they? Would they?
I wouldn't put it.
It's really up to you guys to figure it out.
I don't remember hearing that fart on the air.
You know what that is? That's what the sound it makes when you're wearing sweatpants and you fart into the mouth of an invalid.
I'm going to say decoy because
Well,
I don't
hold
remember
on.
hearing that.
It's Ben first. Ben?
Decoy.
Ben's going decoy.
Yeah. I'm going at the risk of getting it horribly wrong. That's decoy.
And Anthony?
I'll say decoy because I don't remember hearing that one.
Everyone's saying decoy. All right?
It isn't, is it? What the? Jimmy. That was disgusting. A dribbler. Oh.
There you have it.
That must be old. How
Here's
old was that one?
It sounds like my asshole got nervous and stuttered.
It did. Went humna humna humna.
By the way, the picture of Jim Norton with the sporting the wood from yesterday is now up online. Holy crap. This should be the cover of your next CD. It should be the cover of your next CD. And look at our waiter to the right. That's our waiter every time we go there. So go to opieandanthony.com or foundrymusic.com. There's Jimmy standing up taking a phone call as he's sporting a massive rod. Jesus.
It wasn't massive. It was a mediocre one.
All right, here we go. So no one got that. We still have a tie game.
We are horrible.
Tie game. Let's go to the next.
Ow! Oh, wait a minute. My finger. My finger.
What happened?
It just cramped up.
Let me kiss.
All the clicking I had to do to get to this fucking picture on Foundry.
Jesus.
Jesus.
We're fixing it.
How many links do you have to go through? Click. Here it is. You go to opieandanthony.com. Click on the link. Jimmy's picture. Click on the link. Then it takes you to Foundry, to another little thing. You got to click on a link there, and then you get a thumbnail of the picture that you got to click on.
All of it is being fixed.
Oh, Jimmy.
What? Can't help it. I was shy.
Jeez, he's standing there actually pushing it out further.
It's very funny. It's a very funny picture.
Very impressive.
Fat neck.
Look at the wig on the waiter. We love that guy.
He really is a classic.
I was just about to say the exact same thing.
Oh, the waiter's behind him in that?
Look at that's the guy
All right.
we love. That's a guy.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy, right?
I love him.
That's a wig.
I want to eat potato salad out of that thing so badly.
Androgynous dolt.
He's very cool. All right, here we go.
Without his wig, he looks like Pesci and JFK when he was dead on the couch. I had cancer in my neck and had it for years.
All right, guys. Here we go. Here's
right.
the next fart. Ooh.
Mm. Mm-hmm. That is definitely an Opie. That's it. They're quick, blunt trauma
Yeah.
to the underpants. They don't have that sharp, high treble that Jim's has.
All right, Ben?
I'll say decoy.
Ooh.
I'm going to say Opie.
All right, 2 Opies and a decoy.
I say that was an Opie. Why? How come Opie and I don't play? Just because it's our farts? What do you think? We recognize them?
Yes.
I think you would.
I recognize most of them.
Like one of your young.
I don't even
recognize it.
I don't even have to look. This is definitely going to be one of mine.
It is yours.
Yeah. All right. Why don't we take a break and we'll continue with Tony from Sync Magazine after the break.
And then
You fool. Totally nailed him. Oh no.
Yes, that was me.
Yes.
All right, so Anthony got a point.
Angel.
None for Ben, and Steve got a point.
Ooh.
It's a tie game with Steve and Anthony. Here is the next fart. No. Let's go to Steve first. Steve, who farted?
Wow. I'm going to say decoy.
Can I ask a question? What were you just weighing in your mind?
Because it could have been but it could have been a decoy. It definitely wasn't one of yours.
You went, like you had to, you actually went over base levels. What did you actually just...
Let me think about this.
Yeah, I had to think about it.
What would Ramon say?
I'm playing to win.
Yeah, let's go inside this game a little. When you guys are thinking, what are you thinking about?
I'm trying to picture whoever was, if someone was actually positioned in front of the microphone, what was the sound that came out of it? And I couldn't, I was bordering on you, Ope, but I couldn't commit, so I said decoy. Yeah, I couldn't.
It's all about tone.
Yeah, it really is.
One of yours.
All right, so
it's an Opie.
And Steve, what did you say?
I said decoy.
Ooh.
Decoy and Ben?
Jim.
All right,
Ooh, Ben playing for the point.
Jim.
Ben's a good boy.
Ant said moi, Steve, decoy. Okay, here's the answer.
What's a lot of people here?
Don't be scared. Don't be scared, Jim.
These cameras.
Put on your diaper right on my foot. Come on.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try again.
Go ahead, give it a shot. Please, God, let him shit.
There you go.
Yes.
Wow. All right, that's another win
Point
for
for
Anthony.
me.
Wow. Anthony is pulling away here. Anthony's got 4, Steve's got 3, Ben's got 2. It's the fart game. Just a couple more left, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Ben, jump on the team. Come in for the big win.
Wow, that could be a Jimmy or a decoy.
It sounds like a Travis, very middle of the road, a straight, straight fart.
No chances being taken with
Not
that
at
one.
all, just guess.
All right. Ant, it's to you, I guess.
I am going to say decoy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I concur. That's a decoy.
All right, Ben?
Decoy.
Wow, you guys are all wrong.
It's me.
No? It's Jimmy then. Shit. Whoa.
What happened?
Ope was wrong. That was a decoy, guys.
It was a decoy.
I'm really sorry, guys.
Opie.
You didn't know.
You're ruining everything.
My God, I'm
Spurling the game.
sorry.
What are you doing?
What do you do? You're spurling it.
Everyone gets a little point there. Wow.
Take some.
All right, I'm sorry.
I just knew that was a decoy because I would have laughed hysterically at that fart.
Where are you guys
in real
getting
life.
the decoys?
Those are courtesy of my armpit.
Ooh.
Did I have real farts?
Good one.
I think the first one was. Actually, the first decoy, I believe.
How
might
about
have
this?
been
They
one
got
of
to be real farts.
Yeah, it definitely.
Oh,
They got to come from that little delicious bottom you lug around.
Me and Nathaniel were trying, but it turns out our asses get shy.
Gets
Every time we
scared.
had one ready, we just couldn't.
What do you
couldn't
think?
come to the
Strawberry
point.
hit homers the first time he got up? He struck out a few times.
You're absolutely right, Jimmy.
Here we go. The next fart.
That isn't even a fart. That's a Tesla coil. That sounds like... Doesn't that sound like electricity?
No.
Yeah.
There's something in Dr. Frankenstein's lab.
All right, let's go to Ben, who's trailing here. Ben?
Jim.
Yeah. All right, Jim. Steve?
Sounds like a bare-assed Jimmy fart.
All right. Ant?
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Jimmy.
I think it's mine because it sounds full-bodied.
Full body?
It's got flavor, it's got texture, it's got personality.
It's
You
thin.
accused me of pondering.
Here's the answer.
Thanks a lot.
Tell George he stinks.
Oh, hold on.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. You spraying my iPod, you fucking... What are you doing? Jesus.
Oh, God forbid he tries to spray your area after you showed
out of your ass.
Then spray, but you don't blast electronic equipment with a.
How do you turn it around where you get pissed at people? You just farted.
Not only did
without
he
your pants on, showing the most horrific ass.
Horrific. My cheeks are supple and delicious. Get the camera, boy.
Down. Dude, your ass crack is like 2 feet long.
Oh, is it long? Is my crack long?
That sounded like you sat down in a rubber chair with rubber pants on. It had that squeaky, just flesh, no muffling. Wow.
It's cute. Oh. And we're back live. Everyone gets a point. Yes, that was Jimmy farting.
Yeah.
Nice. You hear that bare ass sound? It's just fantastic. Brings this game to a new level.
All right, we got 2 left. The score: Ann has 6, Ben has 4, Steve has 5.
Wow.
And you know what these fans are probably just doing? They're probably just using farts for the other games. We'll never know.
Yeah, we wouldn't. Well, obviously that's not a decoy.
That's a double, man. 2 for Tuesday.
Anthony's panicking in the background.
I gotta go what?
I think this must have been recorded after the show, right? When we were doing a little production.
Okay.
And I would say it's a little more muffled, but I think this was before Jimmy started ripping his pants down. I'll say Jimmy Norton.
Jimmy again.
Yeah.
I know what was happening, too. I think I know.
All right.
Yeah.
What you were saying was, oh, shit, I got to go under the console and get my nose between those 2 lovely globes. Under the console and get my nose between those 2 lovely globes. Under the console to get my nose between those 2 lovely globes.
No, I know exactly what that was, and I'll wait until after you guys.
All right, go ahead, Steve.
I think that's Jimmy, yeah.
All right, and Ben?
Jim.
Yeah, I think I was saying I got to go past him and get out of the studio, and I was panicking because he farted and I had to walk through the fart cloud. I think that's what it was, perhaps.
Right. Here's the answer.
Uh-oh.
You got...
I just don't know if it's going to be substance or not.
Oh, no, and I'm not saying anything.
No, it's not. It's actually nothing.
No fucking way. They're the worst.
No way, man.
Walk by the irradiated zone.
Baby, you're so shy,
man.
You
fucking farted. We hate you. Yeah. I got to go back in there.
There you go. Come on back in. It doesn't smell.
That's what it was.
I love it.
And we're back live.
Yes.
Everyone gets a point.
I had to go back into the hot zone. Yeah. I remember I left. I walked past Jimmy, was walking out the door when he farted, and then to my horror, I looked back and something I needed was back over here. So I had to walk through the cloud.
All right, Jeff in Jersey. Jeff?
Yo, what's up, fellas? I'm sorry to interrupt the game, but Anthony, what the hell is a Tesla coil?
You don't know what a Tesla coil is?
No, I'm sorry, I don't.
It's one of those coils invented by Tesla. And it makes.
They were just a band.
Yeah, it actually makes an arc of electricity at a very high voltage, and it makes a crackly sound.
Well, how do you know that?
Farting. I think I was. Wait a minute. Was it yes, Discovery Channel.
Forget Aristotle and fuck Socrates. Here comes Professor Anthony.
Yes.
Thank you, Anthony. All right, the final fart. The fart game.
Easy.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Well, I'm very confident.
Let's start with Ben, though. Ben?
Opie.
Yep. Indeed.
Yep.
Opie.
Yep, Opie.
Yours always sound like the burp of a sick man.
They're so muffled.
Poor guy has never done anything to us, but we're obsessed with how cool she is.
We like Bob Edwards on a personal level, but I'm sorry, he looks like a dead man when he walks.
Stop it, Dracula. Uh-oh.
Oh, God.
Ooh.
Oh. That sounded like an acid reflux burp. I'm like, wow.
I can't stay in this room with you guys.
That's it? All right. There you have it. Yes, it was myself. So, once again, Anthony wins the fart game.
Yes! Bravo for me.
That's true. Like a true queer.
I just hanging out in here as the observer,
Yeah.
I think I'm kind of getting used to who's or who's.
It's pretty obvious, I think.
Yeah.
Well, most of these farts are very obvious. All right, why don't we end the fart game with the fine fart jingle that Steve came up with? Hit it.
It's time to match up the gases with the sound of the asses and link up the stink with a name. Now that you've already smelled it, can you tell us who dealt it? 'Cause it's time to play the fart game.
All right. When we get back, we're going to invite the ladies in for Jimmy.
Ooh, for me?
Finally.
Jimmy heading off to L.A. tomorrow to shoot the HBO series thing.
Whenever I want a big laugh, I tell people I'm going to La La Land. You know, just gets a big laugh from everyone.
Because it's, L.A.?
Twice.
Why twice?
And they're kind of wacky.
Very funny.
I got a tinkle.
All right. Well, when we get back, we'll have an Opie and Anthony auction update. We'll get the girls in here, and
we'll block those cameras.
We'll have another fine hour of radio for everybody. Because that's what we do on this program.
You're certainly right.
We actually try to entertain people on a daily basis.
Beautiful girls, you know? Where were you tonight? The Kit Kat Club? Show me how you suck a guy's cock. The last time I'm going to ask you.
This guy wants to try to stump Anthony.
Oh.
Taking a chance here, Ant.
That's all right. Well, the thing is,
I don't want to think that you might have a flaw in that brain.
No, the thing is, I never said I know everything.
You know
I know a little
about.
bit about a lot of things.
All right, Matt Jersey.
How's it going, guys?
Hey.
Good luck to you, Jimmy. Good
Thanks.
luck to you in California, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Can you guess, Anthony, can you guess Tesla's nationality?
Tesla?
Yeah, Nikola Tesla. You mentioned the Tesla coil.
Yeah, I would assume he is German.
I say Danish.
No.
What was he?
He's actually Croatian.
Was he?
Yes, he was.
Cool, man. Call back next week. We're going to have a whole trivia thing.
Good.
What a guy.
Obscure 80s people that you don't know the nationality of.
Thanks for
Croatian.
Thanks for starting the Who Cares game.
Who cares?
Write that one down, boys. The Who Cares game.
Who cares?
All right. As we go to break, a good friend of the show, Stephen Lynch, he has a new CD out called The Craig Machine. We've been featuring tracks off and on the last couple of days.
Yeah.
I really, really like this song when he did it on our show for the first time. But here's his version on, well, here's another version of the song on his CD, The Craig Machine. It's called Albino.
I wanted to write a song about the 3 loves of my life that have, slipped away somehow. But I could only come up with 2. I was in love with an albino. Her lack of pigment seemed like fun. Her skin, the whitest alabaster. Her eyes as pink as bubble gum. Then one day it snowed real hard, and she disappeared. That's 1. Here's 2. I met her at the old folks' home. She'd call me up and say, "Hey Stephen, come give old Mother Hubbard a bone." Then one day her EKG went beep, beep, beep.
This is Jay Moore.
Hey, this is Chris Jericho.
This is Bernie Getz.
This is definitely Flavor Flav on your radio.
This is Bill Burr, the redheaded white boy from Chappelle's Show.
This is Lois Griffin from Family Guy.
Hey, this is adult film star and former gubernatorial candidate Mary Carey.
This is Jeffrey Ross.
Hey, this is Terry Jones here of Monty Python. Hey, what up, y'all? This is Tracy Morgan, a.k.a. Brian Fellows. Hey, this is The Game, Triple H.
This is your big baby girl, Patrice O'Neal. How are you, sweetie?
Hey, it's Colin Quinn.
This is Sunset Thomas.
Hey, this is Seth Green. Hey, this is Rich Voss from Last Comic Standing, Season 1 and Season 3.
Hey, this is Tommy Chong.
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy.
Hey, this is Ozzy Osbourne. And you're listening to Opie and Anthony.
Because you're smart. You're not dumb, like people think.
Are you breathing? Are you breathing?
I got an email from one of our listeners saying that they were at a Disturbed show. And I don't know, there was all sorts of O&A references at the show.
Oh, yeah?
It was either by the band Disturbed or the band warming up for them. And all their, like, I don't know, vans and buses and stuff had WOW stickers. It was a whole big thing. I want to get to the bottom of that.
I'm guessing Jägermeister.
That would be very, very cool if Disturbed is listening to this program.
I'm guessing
I'd
Jaeger
like
had
to
something
find
to do with
out.
it, too. Maybe turn
Yes.
them on to it. Because Jaeger's big supporters, man, and they were doing the Disturbed tour.
Okay, because we love Disturbed. Yeah, they are. And I guess this band that warmed up for him at this particular gig, big fans as well. So I'll try to bring the email in. I just remembered as that song was playing there. So, all right, we got girls for Jimmy. We got girls.
Beautiful
girls. We got beautiful girls.
A couple of very beautiful girls, huh?
Well, we got a couple of girls, yes.
That's cuddles.
You ruin it. Girls and toys, courtesy of Robin at mysexystore.com. We love Robin.
Oh, yeah.
We haven't seen you in
Hi,
a while.
Robin.
How's your mom?
Good. She misses you guys.
Lovely.
She said to tell you everybody hi.
All right. Yeah, mom is a goer.
Yeah.
Your mom's a goer.
Hey, we have to give a shout out really quick to the Salisbury soccer team. Jason bashed up his arm, so I told him I was coming here, and he's a huge fan.
Who's Jason?
This guy that I know, and he's a college student down there, and they're like third in the country right now. So I told him I'd give a shout out. Look at Jimmy.
Do you like pussycats?
Jimmy's having a collar put on. Not too tight.
Just for the record, they brought all sorts of stuff from my store, guys. It's going to be bad.
Watch his foot.
Yeah,
yes, I already
very
told
tender.
He's got a foot thing on his foot.
Tender
And now he has lipstick all over his neck, red lipstick.
Yeah, the girls, Valentina, they made me little notes here, Anthony. Valentina is the girl with the big boobs.
She is.
She is the girl with the nicest ass in the world.
And you're the nicest ass
Nikki
in the world?
does have a nice ass.
Look, Jimmy, look.
Hey, look at that.
Wow, wait. Spank it. Do you like pussycats?
Let me turn around and spank it very quick. I'll be nice. Not too
All
hard.
right, why don't we mic the ass out, Eric?
I'm a little pussy.
Are you?
Oh. Ow, Jimmy. Why don't you hit the girl? Don't practice on me.
Too hard? No. Okay, good.
What? Is it my turn?
What's that?
Is it my turn?
You want to spank?
Uh-oh.
No, I want to spank you.
I don't get spanked.
I'll show you all my...
All right, you could a little bit.
Okay.
He's going to let you.
Pussycat.
Don't do it too hard.
You're not pulling your...
Just pulled his pants
Oh,
down.
no, now it's going to get interesting.
What are you putting in my honey?
Yeah, he pulled his pants down, and they're going into a bag of tricks over
Whatever
there.
it is, it better be black.
They brought a box. They brought a box.
They got a travel bag of sex toys, Anthony.
These are for you.
What is that?
What is this?
Hey, where did the cock decoration go from the cake?
Exactly. Well, I have that in my pocket.
Hey, pull your pants.
Oh, how cute, Anthony. Sex dice.
Oh, you guys using this?
Huh?
What do they think? I'm a wacky bachelor? Do you understand? I'm a hardcore pervert?
Wait, what are they
Don't
using,
do it
Jimmy?
hard.
What are they using?
I don't know. Some toys.
It's a...
Now she's dusting my ass. Of course, it's a nice honey.
It
Not
looks
too hard.
like...
I don't like being spanked.
It's a kid. It's a cat.
Guys, we really got to mic the...
It's something that she spanks guys with.
No, there's another mic over there. We can set this up a little better, please. Thank
now
you.
she's tickling my asshole with like what appears to be a duster.
It's
a feather duster.
That's good.
And then spanking you with some type of
cat thing.
Flattened cat.
What's that?
Do we get to like tie you up?
Never, no.
On your mouth?
No, you don't tie me up.
Behind you?
You can't tie me up.
Not just something little.
He doesn't like being tied up.
No, I'm a pervert. And I'm not a submissive.
Oh,
I'm a
what?
dirtbag. I'm not a
He's
submissive.
just trying to play with you and keep you from...
No, he'll do other things, trust me. He's a pervert. He just doesn't like that type of thing.
Well, what do you do for us, Jimmy?
What they're worried about is I'm going to touch him. They're worried I'm going to do something really awful.
Yeah.
Touch us.
She's a nice chick.
I don't want to sit on you.
You want
take this off this
Yeah, you might as well take that off. It's very hot in here.
She does have a fantastic
So
hymen.
Valentina's the one with the big boobs, and Nikki can be seen at Madame Orr's
Madam Wars and Teasers.
and Teasers on Route 11 in Binghamton, all the way from Bingo Town.
They are.
Nice.
Ooh,
How to travel all night, huh?
Buzz panties.
I think I went to
Oh, yeah,
Teasers
they've got
once
the
for a
buzz
bachelor
panties on.
party.
It has a
Are you
vibrator
totally
inside it.
shaved?
Yeah.
Wow.
A little strip.
Where's my seat, Eric?
So can I put these on you then? I can't put them on, huh?
What do you want to do?
What the
I
hell
just
are
want to
those?
put these on behind you from your chair.
No, I won't get tied up because I like to touch my nipples.
You like to... The nipple suckers. Oh.
Oh,
the
they're like
nipple
superheroes. To the nipple suckers.
They got a toy for
and
everything.
they go
They
into their
do.
utility
I
belt.
tried to bring a plethora of different stuff.
There's one.
Well, thank you, Robin, from
Nipple
MySexyStore.com.
Oh, look at the plug. Thank you
Do you
so
like
much.
your nipples sucked, Jimmy?
Yeah, but not by. But what do they?
Do you like them?
They're not bad.
Can I bite your nipples?
Don't bite. No, lick only. Suck.
Okay.
No biting.
All right, I guess that would be Valentina going to town on Jimmy's nipples.
I want to get that.
How's that, Jimmy?
It's really fantastic.
It's fantastic.
lick.
Now they're both licking Jimmy's nipples there.
Oh,
and,
my
You
God.
guys have made them wait. Haven't you seen them out there?
Don't bite. Just bite.
a lot of this action
yeah.
will be taking place on the Liberator.
Ooh.
Oh. Whoa.
Sniffles.
That is so disturbing.
Hold on.
Because he's
that?
got these two black things on his nipples. They're vacuum things. They're like
called
sucking.
nipple suckers.
Nipple suckers.
They're literally called nipple
And what are
suckers.
they doing, Jimmy?
They're kind of just like.
Jimmy and Tessie, I'm gonna
Are they massaging or are they
Not
just...
bad. She's actually rubbing something on my hog, which is.
Really?
It's a lipstick vibrator.
A lipstick vibrator, courtey of MySexyStore.com.
All right.
For all your sexual needs.
All your sexual needs.
Nice.
Oh,
All right, what are the girls doing now, Jimmy?
Not bad. I don't know. I get these nipple things on. I feel like a silly goose.
your front looks like Jean Bonnet's back.
It really is.
There's
Soft
nothing
and
there.
hairless.
Really?
Fist mark in it.
Oh, well, they're on each other now.
Yeah.
Now the girls are...
They wouldn't even have sex last night because they were saving
Yeah,
themselves
we've
for the
been
show this
Oh,
morning.
really?
Wow, wait.
Yeah.
We've been waiting.
Getting all damped up?
You girls have aspirations or what?
Yeah, they want to be porn
I don't know
stars.
these words. I'm foreign.
Yeah, she's from Russia, so sometimes she doesn't understand.
Russian?
Yeah, speak Russian.
Okay.
Что ты хочешь, я тебе сказала?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so sexy, that Russian voice. Isn't it?
Yeah.
She's either saying, I'll suck your cock, or you're being sent to the gulag.
I didn't look there to eat my pussy.
Oh, really?
That's not bad.
Wait, say that again?
Need a puppy comer me, Chota?
Oh. What are you?
It doesn't want to stick
Are
to
you
your
American?
nipple. I'm French-Canadian.
French-Canadian?
Yeah, but I don't
And a Russian.
Ukrainian.
Look, I'm Ukrainian. I make this sexy for you now.
Women are so much better. What are you talking about?
I make this sexy for you now. You give
Make
me
it sexy for me,
give
baby.
to me the money. I make this sexy for you.
Oh, he's a good guy.
What's she doing?
Are you a cowboy? He's a cowboy. Who's a cowboy? We want to ride a cowboy.
Excuse me. Jimmy's lonely over there.
Yeah. Jimmy wants to watch.
Jimmy's a little bored at this point.
Whatever you're doing. They're nice.
That's good.
You want to move him to the Liberator, girls?
Yeah, let's
Ooh. Be right back, guys. Going to the Liberator.
Go to the Liberator, Jimmy.
What is this thing on my
Oh,
neck?
that girl's sitting on a dildo.
Oh, what is
The Liberator couch for all your sexual needs.
I was doing a little work. I fell off the ladder. Right up my ass.
All right, the girls. Her
There
butt's
they go.
Her butt's a little red from where Jimmy
God,
spanked it.
it's
Jimmy was spanking, and
He
now
told us we can't be naughty out there, so this is going to get naughty.
you could be naughty right there on the Liberator.
Yeah, sure, it's going to get naughty. We hear that all the time here on the Opie and
Wow,
Anthony
all right.
program.
Well, they're getting. Are you girls getting completely naked?
I was hoping.
Well, hope no more, because you can just take everything off.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at Bill in the next room sharpening a knife.
No being shy here.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right, Dan. Carry a coffee. Way to keep the sexy vibe going. Fucking creep you are.
He's got the coffee and a camera.
How jaded
like
are you?
a real porno producer.
Take it off.
All right, both girls are now completely naked.
Nice.
Jimmy just went in for a
Where's the
sniff.
chaperone?
I saw that. It's the girl bent over. One of the girls bent over, and Jimmy just shoved his nose right up her.
Oh, she's calling in the strap-on, Anthony.
Ah.
Oh, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Jimmy, would you put the strap on her, please?
I've never done that before, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, see, I bet you're good at it. Go ahead.
Miss?
All right.
Ooh, that girl's playing with that girl's vagina.
Yeah.
If I could use sexy terminology.
Right there.
What the hell is that?
Hold on. Which way goes, this is regular?
All right, Jimmy is...
Jimmy, it doesn't go up your ass.
Oh.
Put it on the girl.
I'm testing it.
All right, Jimmy is...
You're a plastic cock blocker.
Jimmy's helping the girl get the strap-on on.
Yes, the
Oh, my God, you have nice bosoms. What am I doing? I'm sorry, I'm not being very helpful.
The girl is now got the strap on all by herself. Jimmy is not even involved now.
trying-
She pretty
I'm
much
just
said,
touching her ass.
"Give me that, fool."
Wow, wait.
Now she's got it strapped on.
Really is fantastic.
The other girl is kneeling down kind of in front of her.
Do you want to suck me off?
She's fastening, and now she's sucking
Remember
the
to go
dildo.
with the
We've seen this a lot in Penthouse and other magazines. Opie.
Sure.
We're not really the big fan of the
No,
sucking off the
not
dildo
really,
on
no.
the girl.
No, that's
sort of odd. It's an odd thing, but it's okay.
Well, there's a little trap door on that.
That's all right.
There.
Oh, a trap door. What? Oh, so she could get to the girl's
yeah.
Pussy.
Pussy, right? That's the word I was looking for.
Oh,
wow.
I was going to say vulva.
Why is Bill in the studio?
Oh, Bill, how you doing?
Hey, Bill.
You have how you doing? No reason to be in here, guy.
There's really no reason?
Nah, that's all right. He's a good,
All right,
he's a
well,
good egg.
Valentina is now on the Liberator.
On the Liberator, using the lipstick vibrator.
Trying out a few sexual positions on the Liberator.
Boy, oh boy.
And now,
I had to spin on it because we didn't bring lube.
Yeah.
That's okay. Use that prison lube. That's good.
That was very sexy.
That's Cell Block 3 lube.
That was a very sexy maneuver there.
Now
You have really nice breasts, if you don't mind me being bold.
Wow.
If I may be.
Yeah, so both.
Jimmy, what do you think?
Very nice.
Why don't we get down to the action there?
Oh,
Nathaniel?
look at Jimmy's thumb.
Huh?
Do me, baby.
Do whatever you want, baby.
Yeah.
Jimmy's going
You
away.
you girls can get as absolutely hardcore as you want. Just say that.
I'm not holding that.
Jimmy's got something else in his hand.
We got some major girl-on-girl action, Anthony, on the Liberator.
That's good.
With sex toys, courtesy of MySexyStore.com.
Wow.
All right, let's listen in. Okay. All right. All right, let's listen in.
I'm a professional pussy eater.
Oh, yeah?
Professional pussy eater there, Robin.
I got some good shit.
Give you the pleasure.
Russian broad, what do you think of that? Nice?
Ukrainian.
You stupid
What are you
American.
talking about?
I bet many men want to have sex with your titties.
Slut.
Oh, you're sluts. I'm sorry. Sometimes I don't know the difference. I apologize.
How many Russian men want to fuck those titties? Very good, big.
I need one of these at home.
All right, let's listen in now.
That's cinch your pussy. Are you a cowgirl? 'Cause I want to ride. Ride me, cowgirl.
I like the fact that Nathaniel is just miking the vagina.
Yeah. He knows where the mic's supposed to be.
Jesus.
Hey, she's now using the strap-on, Anthony.
Yeah.
Oh,
the one with the huge boobs is on her back.
They're shaking.
Getting a good shot there, Danny? Yeah, thumbs
up from Danny.
Harder, baby.
All they're wearing is a strap-on and boots.
And she's going to town with the strap-on. Holy mackerel.
Wow. What an ass.
Wait, she wanted a better position. Well, the Liberator will give you that, Anthony.
Yes. The Liberator.
Thank you, Will, for the Liberator.
Yes.
Hey, why is Ronnie here? This show doesn't start for 40 minutes.
Hey, look, Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Doing some show prep.
Doing some filing.
Yo, filing?
Just filing, that's all.
All right. Why don't you come on in and check out the action, Ron? All right, the girls are really going at it now. This is the real deal for once.
Yeah, Ronnie, get in here and let's see what this... You got to see what this satellite radio can do.
Yeah, this is what the satellite radio can do, Ron.
This is like taking the Ferrari out on the highway.
Unfortunately, Fez is throwing up down the hall.
Yeah, why isn't Fez in here, Ron?
He's sick. I don't know what's bothering him. A little stomach
I'm
problem.
really trying to figure out what he's all about. All right, what happened, girls? A strap broke? Too loose. Yeah, Anthony, it's too loose. They got to adjust the strap.
Strap on?
Don't stop now.
Oh.
All right.
There, you fix it.
Okay.
You fix it, or I'll fix it. Somebody fix it.
Jimmy?
Hurry!
What do I do?
Hurry, Jimmy, hurry!
Hold on, what do I do?
Jimmy.
Hold on, you have to help, miss. I don't know what to do.
I love the fact
My
that...
finger keeps slipping in.
I love the fact that a rocket ship was involved in letting people hear this. That actual rocket had to go into outer space to give you people this. How great is that? Yeah.
All right. Ron, what do you think of the girls?
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah.
The Cold War is over. The Cold War is over.
It certainly is.
It's she's French Canadian and she's Ukrainian.
We've gotten rid of the Iron Curtain and brought in the meat curtain.
That's right, Anthony.
Beautiful. I love about.
All right, let's listen in,
history.
Anthony. They're going at it again. The strap-on has been fixed.
Right.
You jaded ass.
Right already. Yeah, really? Ooh, yeah, I'm sure you do. LOL. Right.
Yeah, ladies, I don't know if we're impressed yet. Ron?
I'm very impressed. The whole simulated terrestrial days are over. Huh?
Yes. All right, now they're kissing, because that's what you do after hardcore strap-on sex.
That's right.
Hey, ladies, you going to involve Jimmy in any action here?
Well, he's a pussy. Come on.
Oh.
Well, what should I do?
Hey, you're going to take that, Jimmy?
Oh.
Hey. What's this world coming to?
What should I do, ladies?
Drop your shirt off.
I don't want to take my shirt. I'll lift it up. I won't take it
Fancy
off.
talk.
I'll lift it.
Fancy talk for a whore.
Lick my nipples. Just lick. No, just lick the nipples. Please, just be good eggs. For Christ's sake, would you just... No biting. Just lick. Just be good people, would you? For the love of God, I'm going to get on an aircraft tomorrow morning. Just lick. Atta girl.
Just lick, ladies, and
There you
enjoy.
are.
There you go. That's all he wants.
There you are.
Jimmy?
I probably couldn't get around with all these people. Look, ow, don't bite. I don't like being bitten. Just suck gently. Just suck gently. Jesus. How could I not, Dolph Lundgren? I will bite you. No, I'm not tense at all, actually. I don't really like to get spanked.
Jimmy likes his nipples played with, ladies.
It's your birthday. You need to get...
I'm 37.
Ooh.
I know. I'm an older gentleman.
Ladies, he likes his nipples played with.
Yeah, doesn't.
That'll get some major action going.
Oh.
I've seen more hair on a shark.
She's actually doing something.
The guy is like an infant.
I am. Ah, don't bite. She bites too much.
What's she biting?
Why do you bite so much?
Why is she biting?
But I get excited.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's cool. It's like Bob Kelly's fucking dog. She just bites.
Wait, what was she doing?
nips
You
a
said
little.
something was going on there.
She was doing something on my...
Nah, I'm
He's
fine
taken.
right here, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She was doing something
I like
on
my life.
on my taint with a vibrating thing, and she was kind of biting my helmet, like sucking the atta girl. She was kind of like, ooh, you have heavy birthing bosoms.
Wow.
Those are nice. I didn't mean to touch them. If you don't, are you sure? I don't want to get yelled at though. Tee-hee. But no, she was biting my the old hep dispenser through yeah, through the yeah. Come on, baby, put your mouth around the old life shortener.
All right, what do we got going on now, ladies? Oh, they're switching positions, Anthony. They've handed over the strap on.
All right, switch.
Nice.
All right.
Somebody want to help me with this? Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy can do it.
She has one of the nicest asses I've ever seen.
While there's a break in the action, we want to thank Robin at MySexyStore.com.
All right. Your ass kind of reminds me of Travis.
And, of course, the ladies. You can see him at Madame Orr's and Teasers on Route 11 in
Hold on,
Binghamton,
Angel.
New York.
I'm tightening this up. What? Can you hold on? Oh, hold on there, you silly goose.
What's going on there? What am I missing, Jimmy?
I don't know. I'm too busy.
On my face.
Is she? Can I see? Wow. What a good time for the game.
Oh, well, look at what's going on now. She's squatting right over her face.
There's a little face sitting going on.
Are you mad that I'm touching your nipple?
No.
Thanks.
I don't think. I'm sorry.
Atta girl. Just drop a log. No one's looking.
Are those tattoos of Stalin?
Yeah.
Naked chick.
Oh, okay.
If you don't
I'm
look back,
sorry.
you can see two of them.
He did go through it.
Hey, there's a 69 thing happening here, guys.
I see.
These girls are good.
What was that? Someone's stomach, or was that a vibrator?
No, it was a vibrator.
Oh,
It's okay.
She purrs a lot.
You thought Jimmy was getting his wish?
I don't know what the hell was going on.
She purrs and she bites.
Ooh.
Jesus.
Right in there. Digging right in.
Jimmy, what will make you happy? This is all for you, obviously.
Oh, whatever they want to do.
You're leaving for L.A. tomorrow.
Whatever what would make me happy.
Yeah, what would you like the ladies to do?
I want them to do that while Eric blows me.
Hey,
Bon voyage.
We could get Fez in to suck off your cake if that was doing anything at all.
Yeah, where's Fez? I want to.
He's ill. He's completely ill.
Yeah, his,
tight pussy.
What?
Keep lube here. Yeah, I got a tight pussy.
you have some. Fez.
Maybe it was something I ate. I don't know.
What a fucking sitcom entrance.
Hello.
Maybe it's the bad Chinese. I don't know.
You think that could have been it?
I just all of a sudden got really ill.
Fez, you want to get involved with the two girls?
Take a look at this. What do you think, Fez? What do you think?
The position worked.
Because it's from behind.
You can get a doggy style, you can get a ling on your side. Those are your only choices.
Show her who's boss. Can you put it in her hiney and yell, "My supper was cold"?
All right, we got some. We got some hardcore stuff.
Yeah, fucking like a little whore.
Popping out, it happens, right?
All right, let's go, ladies.
Don't be discouraged. All right.
Harder. Fuck me harder. Oh, yeah. I do feel bad for guys.
Wow.
What do you think there?
It's kind of dense. Strong.
Strong. Ukrainian woman.
Oh,
I make the fuck of you now. Now I fuck you in the fashion that is sexy.
Take me out.
I treat your nipples like the top of a cigar. I bite them and spit them out while you're trying to maintain erection in front of 15 people.
I will fuck your ass whenever the fuck I please.
We're getting this on video.
Yes.
Yeah. It will be sold on the streets of New York by Friday.
Yeah. Now this video will go up to help out the hurricane victims.
Of course.
Yeah.
Some of them. Some of them that need to come.
All right. Wow, ladies, that's wonderful.
Oh, wow.
We want to get Jimmy.
Flipped right around.
I'm happy just to watch.
All right.
I don't think I'm going to get blown, so I'll just watch and enjoy her purring.
Anybody want to blow Jimmy?
Fan?
I don't know. Anybody want to blow Jimmy?
Mars?
Do you want to blow Jimmy?
Come on. How do you think you got this internship?
Thanks.
Wow.
Oh, hi.
All right. Did the ladies have a grand finale in them or what?
I just came all over your purse.
It's the Liberator you came all over.
It's
That's
called
right.
the Liberator.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. We want to thank the fine people at the Liberator Company.
Yes.
For giving us this couch.
Where you going, Steve? Oh, the tape?
Getting her all moist down there, and she.
Jimmy, come here and help me.
Oh, all right.
Will you hold my leg?
Jimmy,
hold her leg.
Wow, you have a nice one. This is cool.
You got a good view, right, Jim?
Oh, my God, yeah.
Looking right down on it. She's working the strap on again.
Does he really? This might be a little awkward. We have Barry Zito on the phone.
Ooh!
Barry?
Yeah.
Do you really want to be on the show at this moment?
Sounds like I want to jump in, whatever.
It's
wonderful.
We're watching hardcore girl-on-girl action.
Oh, wow.
Because one of our buddies here, Jim Norton, is going to Hollywood to film a HBO series starting tomorrow. So we're throwing a little bye-bye party.
That is outstanding.
So, Barry, how do you feel about the wild card race?
Whew. I got to, man, we don't have to talk about baseball.
No, huh?
I mean, if you want to talk about girls, but...
It's very hot.
If you give us an address, we'll send the video of what's going on in the studio right to you.
Oh,
we'll FedEx it to you. You'll have it by tomorrow. Wait, we better listen in because there's a big finale coming up.
Right.
and scene.
Wow, there you have it.
Very nice.
The fine ladies. You can see them at Madame Moore's and Teasers on Route 11 in Binghamton, New York.
Great job. Great job.
There they are. Wow. Barry, good luck following that.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow.
We've been waiting out there.
You've been waiting out there for a long time?
These girls were waiting out there and getting all worked up.
Yeah, they were. They needed that, Barry. Okay.
Sounds like you guys need some ice water or something.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, we have Barry Zito on the phone.
Yes.
They're still naked. As soon as they get some kind of clothing on, I'm sure we'll be able to concentrate a little better here, Barry. All right, Barry, what's going on? What are we promoting today?
What are we promoting? Strikeouts for Troops, possibly?
Strikeouts for Troops, yes.
Strikeoutfortroops.org, right? This is another great cause.
It's a program that I started in the off season, and it's just to help out all the troops that are coming back from wherever they're at, and help them get their family out to the hospitals and their kids and stuff like that. So I'm donating $100 a strikeout to them, and so are a lot of other players across the league, and the money's going to a good place, man. It's helping them get clothing and entertainment, and like I said, fly out their wives, their kids.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, how well are you doing?
How well am I doing?
Yeah.
Meaning
strikeouts.
With the strikeouts, we're doing well. We're doing well. We got some. We're picking up some momentum, and it's kind of a we don't want to be a flash in the pan, so we just want it to be over the next couple of years something exciting.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, Barry, I think the one girl discovered a G-spot or something here.
Jesus.
I hear you're an accomplished guitarist.
Yeah, I like to do that in my spare time. I've been playing about 6 years now.
Cool. You should see the tits on this one.
Man.
They're fantastic, Barry.
Barry, you were on the David Letterman show?
A couple years ago, yeah.
I bet you he didn't give you a hardcore girl-on-girl action.
No, dude. I was trying to meet Mandy Moore in the green room. And her publicist wouldn't let me in. It's kind of crappy.
Yeah. Her what?
She was getting her makeup done or something, so kind of got big leagued a little bit.
Are you kidding? They wouldn't let you meet Mandy Moore?
No.
What the hell, man? Barry Zito should be able to meet Mandy Moore.
Yeah.
I would always want to meet the other guest. I would never be told no.
Well, we hate publicists in general because they just cock block a lot of things.
They're awful. They really do.
They're the worst. Holy crap. Ladies, what's going on over there? Barry, this might have been a bad time to take this phone call, I'm thinking.
Why? What's wrong with that? I like Barry. Barry's a good man.
You really going to send me a video, huh?
Yeah, it's really hot.
We'll put you on hold. We'll send the video right out to you and the boys.
Wow.
I hear you're also a surfer and a photographer.
Yeah, I got some. I live in Cali in the off season, so I do quite a bit of surfing in San Diego and Los Angeles.
Cool.
I like to do photographs. I wish I was there now, documenting.
Yeah, me too. I'm actually working on like a little tabletop book. It's called Jerk Off While I Look at This.
That's outstanding.
That's outstanding.
This guy's all right, Barry. You're all right, man.
And his we're just going through your bio here, and your uncle is Patrick Duffy.
Yes, he is.
How about that?
He's an actor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's an actor. He was, on Dallas and stuff.
Did you get to like hang out when you were a kid? Go to the set?
Well, I didn't have much money growing up, so I was always we were always waiting for, Uncle Patrick Duffy's presents to come, and it was always the best present every year.
Really? He hooked you up?
Yeah, it was, and sometimes I don't even think they wrapped the presents themselves, so there was always like price tags on whatever it was, and
you just sent people out to get you guys gifts?
Yeah, they wouldn't take the price tags off, so it was kind of like, sometimes it was kind of funny.
You still hear from him?
Yeah, we're actually, we became, closer, I think, and
since you have notoriety of your own.
Are you now sending him Christmas gifts?
Exactly.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
That's a pretty cool little trivia thing.
How was it working with Chris Isaak?
Oh, that was great. Chris Isaak's a great dude, man. He's funny as hell, and the chick on that show was hot as hell too.
Yeah.
Kristen Datillo. She's that was fun, man. I got to do a kissing scene with her.
How do you feel about nipple play? I like my nipples played with a lot, and I had them both sucking my nipples, But the one kept biting, which I don't particularly care for. Some people like nipple torture. I don't.
I like a little biting because I'm not completely sensitive there.
Wow.
So.
She just called me Jerry. Hold on, I just want to show you. If you think you've had no impact in life, they're here just to kind of celebrate the fact that I'm going away for a couple of weeks, and she called me Jerry, and my name is Jim. Jerry, you should only get cancer. Jerry, just eat this pussy. My grandson's in the hospital.
I think it was a Jerry's Kid joke because they were teasing over here.
Oh.
They're mean. They're Russian.
Yeah, Russian chicks. Really? Soviet bloc.
Where'd you guys find these girls?
I don't know.
They're from this lovely large-breasted girl, MySexyStore.com. They sell all kinds of things like dildos and vibrators, and actually these little nipple suction cups, which I wanted to not like, but they felt pretty good around my little nipples. I have very small, pink, hairless nipples.
But they looked ridiculous.
They look silly, but I have like little pregnant rabbit nipples.
It really conjures up an image.
Hold on, excuse me. Hey, Eric, way to go. Way to stand right there so I can't see this vaginal eating. Thank you, sir. He's just holding a mic in midair with his nice cheeks.
Jimmy, why don't you come over here and watch them?
Because I'm afraid that I touch your breast and you get mad at me.
Conducting an interview.
I like it when you touch my breast.
You didn't get mad? No. Oh, I don't want to.
I love my nipples sucked. Come here.
Well, Barry, we've lost Jimmy as far as this
So,
interview goes.
Barry, do you have any other like musical gigs coming up?
We do gigs in L.A. in the off season, so we try to play sometimes during the season, but it gets tough, man. We actually played a couple spots in Boston this past year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Barry, Jimmy went in for the kill, man.
What's that?
Jimmy just went in for the kill.
To get in there?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
He latched on to a big one. And
So, Barry, how do you feel about Randy Johnson's performance this year?
About what?
He's asking questions in the middle of sucking. This is the strangest interview I've ever been a part of.
You got a boom on him now, or what?
Yeah,
we're trying.
He's in the middle of the action. Sorry. All right. Ladies, you have a question for Barry Zito.
That's a no.
Why? You don't know who he is? He's a very famous ball player. Huh? Barry Zito. You have a...
Is this cock?
Oh, that is
all right. There's a question for Barry Zito.
Barry, did you hear that question?
What'd you say?
You're going to have to repeat the question in between orgasms there.
I'll ask. Barry, how big's your cock?
Just, well, it depends on the mirror that I'm looking in. Sometimes I got the fun size mirror, like at the circus. I like that one.
Those are the best ones. Oh, well, really?
Wow, I got to be honest, Barry. I have right now I have underpants full of clear stuff.
God.
Barry, how do you feel about charges that the ball was juiced and stuff like that? I'm sorry. I'm just pinching a really large breast. Those are really lovely.
They're what? How big are those there?
34 double D.
34 double D, Barry. But she can barely talk at this moment.
Real fake?
Right now.
They're real.
They're real.
Her gut's real too.
The Jim's underwear looks like the underside of Raleigh Finger's hat brim.
Actually, Gaylord Perry's, because he always had stuff.
Right, Gaylord Perry. I didn't want to bring the word Gaylord into this.
All right, I could have went with Phil Necro.
There you go.
Hey, look, you're leaning against me. Isn't that nice? We're kind of like a team.
Yeah, great.
You guys fucking, I'm furniture.
Barry, you guys got a game today?
Yes, we do. We're in Cleveland right now.
Oh, nice. How's Jim Tomei?
Tommy is good. I think he's in Philly, though.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
Wow,
Barry, I think you're going to have a really bad game because you're going to be thinking about this when you're in the batter's box.
Oh, man.
Why would Barry be in the batter's box?
Oh, good point. Oh, my God, why did I say that?
Because it was bullpen.
Yeah, I know.
Can you move this while you check?
I'm a little distracted.
Barry.
Sure, hold on. Barry, hate to put you on hold.
Yeah, put me on hold. I'll give you an address, and you guys can get back to your...
Yes. Well, it's called, it's www.strikeouts4troops.org. It's a great, great cause.
Yeah, thanks, fellas.
Yeah, check that out, and, hold on. We'll figure out where we're going to send this tape.
All right, it's Barry Zito, everyone.
Later, man.
Look at Jimmy's position. He looks like a midwife about to birth a baby.
Yeah, he does. What is he doing down
Jimmy,
there?
what are you doing?
Oh.
I'm putting the
Teamwork, Jim.
Teamwork. There's no I in team. Well, there's one in AIDS. LOL.
He's got the dildo.
Yeah.
And the girl's using the other girl's using the lipstick vibrator.
Do it, Jimmy. Jerry, do it.
Go, Jerry.
Yeah, Jerry.
Is that okay the way I'm putting it in and out, miss?
Yes, mister.
Is she getting close there?
I don't know, but the one is spitting all over it, which I kind of like.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like spit,
How
don't
come
you?
we don't have any lube in here?
We do.
Where is it, for Pete's sake, these poor
They go
gals?
back in the cupboard over there.
Oh, get out the
You
lube.
mind that I'm touching your hiney? I don't mean anything by it.
We have a lube cupboard?
Yes.
Right behind you.
Oh, you guys haven't found the lube
XM
cover yet.
supplies it for all their studios.
Don't stop.
Hey, coming up in 15 minutes, Ron and Fez will be finding homes for puppies.
All right.
Puppies on the Ron and Fez show.
I'm going to tune in.
Lovely young lady.
Right now, Jerry looks like a shoe salesman that's gone too far.
Jerry.
Jimmy.
Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that was a lot of lube you just
Yeah, that was
dumped
good.
on her.
Again, when I'm in front of you, you need it.
Lube is good.
I really
Oh.
I have the old drying effect.
Your nickname's Bounty.
Oh, Jesus. Is that okay the way I'm doing it?
Harder.
All right.
Harder. Harder, Jimmy.
Okie dokie.
Oh.
That's Jerry.
Oh.
That a girl.
Okie dokie.
Palm it.
Like that.
Palm it. Oh, that's good.
Wow.
Gee, that's way to be loving. All right.
Teaching you
Hold
a...
on. Let me just palm this right into your...
Oh!
Sorry.
Jesus,
Not so hard.
Jimmy.
Well, make up your mind for Pete's sake. Is that okay? I don't mean to palm it so hard.
The power just went out in L.A.
Is that okay?
This is the same way Fatty Arbuckle killed that woman.
Right.
You got to be very careful.
Two Jews walk into a bar.
He punched her. He actually gave her an uppercut. Unbelievable. Oh, my God.
Frank, I'm running Fez. Hi, Frank.
Fezzy, what do you think of the action? Come on. Get involved here.
I love their boots.
Jimmy has a way of turning her pussy into a scene of the grapes of wrath.
I really am inept. Ooh.
Anything going on there?
Yes, but for some reason, now that I'm here... Ooh. Thank you,
Oh,
buddy.
she's getting up. Oh, she's walking away from you.
All right, ladies.
I actually made the rubber dick go soft.
Good job, Jimmy.
Good.
What's that, miss?
Jimmy, you got a lap.
No, that's probably just the slime from my hand in the lube.
Good job, Jerry.
Yeah.
Good job.
Jerry
You
came
got a
through.
lap.
She's very sexy. You're both very sexy. Oh, I'm actually kneeling on my bad foot. I didn't even notice.
Yeah, of course you didn't.
God, you're really, really sexy girls. Okay, Morris, do I have something to wipe my hand on?
Oh, she's titty fucking her with the dildo. Look at that, wiping it off.
I like that.
Eric?
Those huge Ukrainian titties.
Should we go for a grand finale, ladies?
What the hell was that?
Thanks.
Yeah, there's other things.
Jimmy's giving right hooks to her vagina. What do you...
How about we have a? How about we have an orgasm contest? See which lady could have an orgasm first.
First, with the vibrators?
Well, you both go at the same time. We see who could finish first.
I need a higher speed one.
That's
I'm gonna
right.
beat it.
Yeah, she needs a higher speed.
Higher speed.
I know. I know.
Fez, go grab the blender.
Well, I don't think anybody's got any car batteries you can hook up.
No, they've got the ones that
honey,
brought
this is
before.
fantastic.
What about Steve's hybrid car?
Yeah. Can't that work?
All right, here we go. The ladies.
Help a girl out.
Opie, find Steve. Tell Steve to get in here. He's got the other stuff I brought before.
All right, let's get Steve. Whoa.
There you go.
The studio's very, very crowded. He's trying to find a parking space.
He's hovering right over her genitalia.
Someone's going to have to move out of the way so Steve can land this damn thing. He's
There he
going
goes.
around again.
Circling again.
Circling. He's trying to find room. Steve, right there. Right below you. Right there. There's a spot. Here he comes.
Careful, Steve went to the Joe Klecko driving school. It's very, very scary.
All right, Steve, yeah.
Only you can love yourself. Oh, wait.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. Why did we need Steve?
Yeah, exactly.
There were some extra gimmicks
One of
that
the girls.
they brought in.
Oh,
they
yeah,
can't
where-
find.
Where are they? The ones that I brought last time?
I think they're in the closet.
All right.
Right over there.
All right.
Up on eBay.
Yes.
I'm sure they are. All right, the girls are having an orgasm contest, Anthony.
Oh.
Ladies, good luck to you.
Uh-oh.
All right, they're going tat for tat right now.
This tranny cake is delicious, too. This is fantastic. It's a great going-away party.
Yeah. As we saved you a piece of the cake, by the way. Enjoy at 11 o'clock on the Ron and Fez show.
The pubes are delicious.
That chocolate has nuts.
All right, we have Valentina and Nikki.
Who you betting on?
I'm gonna go with Nikki. I got 100 on Nikki.
I think they're both winners.
Good point, Ron. Good point.
Yes, the workers must unite.
Oh, that's nice, Steve.
Wow.
Wow.
God damn.
That's great. Maybe they could scale that.
Butt plug looked like a vase.
That's Fez's.
All right, the girls are having an orgasm contest. Who's in the lead? Who's in the lead, you think?
Yes.
Who? Nathaniel, you can talk.
Ukrainian.
He can't.
I think Valentina. Valentina's in the lead?
Well,
the one with the big boobs, the 34 double Ds? All natural?
Barry Zito banged Alyssa Milano? Really? Is that true?
Her first year on that show.
It was today after this call. This is neighbor.
Uh-oh. They're both getting really close.
Are you almost there yet? Yeah.
So close.
I think a little held back.
Sorry, my face does that.
Jerry's ruining everything.
Oh.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they're back.
Here we go. A little more. Oh, I think she found the combination.
Yeah.
Oh! Hey, I'm abroad, but...
My teeth. Anyway.
Wow. Well, let's hear it for the ladies.
Great job.
Very nice.
Very nice indeed.
Bravo.
Very lovely.
It's Nikki and Valentina. You can see them at Madame Orr's and Teasers on Route 11 in Binghamton.
Which one of you wants to do porn?
Both of us.
Actually, Opie, I think you lost a C note on that one, too. I think the other one came in first.
Yeah.
Biggin came in first.
That sucks.
Do you do girl on girl or both?
Yeah, what kind of porn you ladies want to do?
Male domination.
Male
domination.
Do you do golden showers and tinkle on people? Oh, you're shy.
They pay me the big money.
All right.
The big money. $30.
And Valentina, what kind of porn you want to do?
Hardcore.
Valentina.
Girl on girl.
Girl on girl?
Girl on girl? What about you take it in the ass?
Only from her.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No guy in the porno?
Me in the ass. Guys can get tied up and watch. That shit's actually very hot.
That's going to be very hard to sell, though, with the internet, and we're so hardcore.
Yeah, don't want to buy that.
You need a money shot.
Oh.
You
need a pop shot.
We need one of those dildos that squirt the cum.
No.
Mitch, you're missing a point here.
Get one of those.
You're missing the point.
Jules Jordan is the biggest because he has really hardcore, like, camera right up to the ass. That's why those, like, Evil Angel, those guys are the biggest. They don't, fetish stuff sells.
Yeah.
But if, like, you're just having a dildo.
It's a little niche. It's niche, you know?
You're not going to make the big money.
You gotta get into, gangbangs, double penetration.
Are you trying to insinuate something? You want to do my first one right now?
No, it's just the way it's gotta be.
Even
blowjobs. Things like that, like Slap Happy. Yeah.
What about a musical? No one ever really brings that up. But,
no one ever
popular
does.
show tunes.
Every
You'll
time
be
this,
dressed up like the lion, and I'll be the Tin Man.
and every time the lead goes to sing, an actor just jams this cock in her mouth. Don't cry for bull.
All right, once again, let's thank the ladies. We're running out of show here.
Wonderful girl.
Also want to thank Robin from MySexyStore.com for bringing in the sex toys. Want to thank Will for getting the Liberator that we use from time to time here in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
A fine sex couch, the Liberator.
Coming up on Ron and Fez, we'll be doing Green Acres trivia. So
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay close to your phones, everybody.
And Battle of the Sexes.
Secret word is Haney.
I hear this is just like Earl's going away party at NEW.
Yeah,
Is that true?
Earl was on the Liberator.
And Jim's only leaving for 2 weeks, you know.
Yeah.
Where did he see this coming back party? It's going to be great.
Oh, gonna love it.
That's right. That cake brought to life.
Wow,
You guys were very fantastic.
Yeah,
what
ladies,
a lovely party.
Thank you, because we have women in here all the time, and they just do nothing.
Isn't it amazing? It actually worked today.
Yeah,
I know.
No frustration. They came in. You girls did exactly.
We didn't even have sex last night because we were excited about having it tonight. And porn stars don't have sex the night before, so.
Right.
Right way, so we were getting
all
wet.
geared up, ready to go today. Wonderful.
Got me all
They're getting their outfits back on.
Jimmy, too. You helped.
I'm sorry
Thank
some
you,
gas
Jimmy.
slipped out. I got nervous. I get scared.
Yeah, he farts right into the mic.
Ron and Fez, how was the first show on XM?
No, it was awful. But
it was awful.
Yeah, we really miss you guys. We just really want to come in and hang out with you guys.
Why can't we do both shows at the same time?
Right.
Is what I'm saying.
Or have these chicks back every day.
Well, we never
Wow.
played the dice. No.
Next time.
You're supposed to lick my question mark.
Where's your question mark?
I don't know.
You guys want the girls for your show? Little crossover here?
Fez has a flu. It's the only problem right
Fez
now.
would like
Definitely ill.
A carton of cigarettes and they're yours.
I just want to find out if she finds moose and squirrel.
Natasha, where is Boris?
Sorry, girls. Fez is very old. It's a black and white cartoon he's throwing out.
Really, thanks for blowing up our spot, Fezzy.
I was just worried about Crazy Cat and Ignatz.
Wow.
Seeing what they're up to today.
Wow.
The Cats and Jammers kids.
I'm going to need a visit from Speedy Alka-Seltzer after this.
How was Earl's first day as the executive producer?
Earl actually did a very good job.
Oh, very good.
Bravo.
Good. Good to hear.
All
right.
You guys will find that as time goes on, you fall right back into it. Before you know it, you got girls doing unspeakable things. But now you can speak them because it's
now you can
XM
speak
satellite radio.
Let's say hi to Fandick as one girl spanks the other. Fandick.
Hey, what's up, boys? Today I learned I'm going to miss Jimmy more than I thought I was going to. Good luck, everybody.
Thank you, Mal. See you guys in a couple weeks.
And he'll be calling.
Yeah, man.
He'll be calling in a lot. He's not really leaving.
I'm just in and out for the next couple of months doing this gig. It's not leaving the show. I'm not going anywhere, bro.
No, I know you're not going. I'm just saying, when you're not there, I'm going to miss you.
Thank
so
you, buddy,
good
very
luck.
much.
Yeah.
All right, later.
Oh, gee, Danny's falling over the microphone.
Yeah, way to go.
Good job.
You're like Kubrick now.
All right. Anything else we got to plug?
That Heine. Wow.
Jimmy, give us a call soon, all right? Before the end
I'll
of the
call you
week.
guys this week. I'm going to Dumb Voss's wedding on Saturday. I got to fly to fucking Edmonton because this pussy-whipped idiot couldn't get married in the States. 9 hours of travel on Friday, 9 hours on Sunday.
That's the only reason he's leaving this week. Or we could have had him the rest of the week.
Yeah, because of Dumb Voss's wedding.
There will be another divorce in his
I know, I'm
life,
the
by
best
way.
man.
You'll have to call in with the stories from his wedding, all right?
Yes.
Yeah, I got to write a speech.
I want to hear the toast.
Yeah.
Should record the goddamn thing so we can play it.
Here's to all the guys in the rest area. The rich is blown.
That's it. I'm out of here.